entertaining fans for over a century.
Swing and a line shot into right field, base hit. Contreras coming around third. Here's the throw. Contreras scores, and the Travs win it on the Brian Walker RBI single.
Enjoying the longest consecutive streak at over 40 seasons.
Swung on, high drive by Trout, deep to left center field. That's back to the wall, and it's a grand slam for Mike Trout.
Through 8 affiliations.
Glove, he comes out with a fastball line back at him, and he catches it right in front of his face.
5 leads.
No, driven by Mercado, deep to left center field. That's going to split the outfielders towards the wall. Gone. And Orlando Mercado has hit the club's second home run
And
of the
3
game.
home fields.
Swung on, line drive, left center. That's going to get all the way through. A base hit by Luis Jimenez as Rosario trucks the score, and the Travs win their third straight.
Arkansas Traveler Baseball is on the air. Arkansas Traveler Baseball is brought to you by the AT&T Real Yellow Pages, YP.com, Miller Lite, AR Health Networks, Superior Hyundai of Conway, Coca-Cola, and Webster University. Now, let's head to the yard and the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Bill Elson.
And a very pleasant good evening to you from Hammons Field in Springfield, Missouri, where we are about 15 minutes away from first pitch here on the AR Health Network's pregame show. And it's the last game of the first half of the Texas League season. The Arkansas Travelers one win away, or one loss away by Northwest Arkansas from a first half division championship. Hi, thanks for tuning in on this Tuesday night on the AR Health Network's pregame show. Phil Elson with you, Lance Larkin back at the studios. Travs had a chance to clinch the division last night, but they ended up suffering their worst loss of the year. Cardinals banged down a franchise record 6 home runs and shellacked the Travs 14-4. The 10-run margin represents the highest margin in a loss by the Travelers this year. Still did not lose ground in the standings. They were helped out by the Tulsa Drillers last night. Tulsa defeated Northwest Arkansas 2-0. So the Travelers at least clinched a share of the division championship. And if they win today against the Cardinals, they will have a chance to celebrate here at Hammons Field and not worry about a one-game playoff. The one-game playoff would be instituted on Friday. That is only if the Travelers lose, and that would be coupled by a Naturals win. So here it is, the 67th game of the first half, 35-31 record for the Travelers, one game ahead of the 34-32 Northwest Arkansas Naturals. And the Cardinals played a little bit of role of spoiler last night. They'll try to do it again. And they'll be sending right-hander David Kopp to the hill. Kopp has struggled this year after spending the first couple of months on the disabled list. He is 2-3 with a .582 earned run average. Meanwhile, the Travs today would have been the day occupied by Arangel Arenas in the starting rotation, but because Arenas' start was pushed back to Friday due to Thursday's rainout, that leaves today as an open date, and that means the Travelers are opening up the bullpen for this all-important game. Christian Scholl gets the start for his second appearance of the year in one of the better relievers for the Travs. No wins, no losses, but an ERA at 1.82. It's a gorgeous day for a game here in Springfield. There were rains overnight. It cooled things down. 84 degrees here at Hammons Field. Should be into the high 60s by the time this one is all said and done. And as usual, hitters' conditions at this Hitters Park. Winds blowing straight out to center field on a cloudy Tuesday, and the Travelers hoping to celebrate a division championship tonight here in the Ozarks. This is the AR Health Network's pregame show on the Sports Animal. If you can't afford medical coverage, AR Health Networks covers over 15,000 working Arkansans, most of them for just $25 per month. To see if you qualify, call AR Health Networks at 800-540-7566 or simply text HEALTH25 to 46786 to find out. Well, it has not been easy for the Travs to get to this point, and it gets even tougher. Some transaction announced by the Angels today that involves the Traveler bullpen and one position player leaving, another one coming back. And we'll get you all the news from the transaction wire right after the break as the AR Health Network's pregame show continues on the Sports Animal.
This is Dan Tullis, and I just called Joel Clark. one of Select Quote Insurance Services' term life agents.
Hi, Mr. Dulles.
Joe, how does Select Quote save you money on term life insurance?
Well, buying term life insurance is all about choosing the right company. Let's say you take antidepressants or you smoke. All insurance companies are going to price that differently. We'll impartially shop all the companies we represent to find you the best price.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. I just got a man, 40 years old, who takes blood pressure medication, a $500,000 policy with a highly rated insurance company. His price, $21 a month.
Call 1-800-928-6929 and see how affordable term life insurance can be. That's 1-800-928-6929. 1-800-928-6929. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
This is Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Sports Animal 920. Online at SportsAnimal920.com.
We should be underway at Hammons Field in about, they say 7:07 first pitch, so give us 13 minutes or so on this bright and sunshiny early Tuesday evening. Happy summer. Summer starts today and coincides with the end of the first half in the Texas League schedule. And the Travelers and Cardinals will open up the second half tomorrow with a 7:07 first pitch. But, of course, this one today all about a possible division clincher. The Travelers would clinch their fourth division championship under the banner of the Los Angeles Angels with a win today or a Northwest Arkansas loss. And checking out the Naturals and the Drillers today, Northwest Arkansas sends lefty Buddy Bauman to the mound. He comes in 2-2. And the Drillers will send right-hander Alan Durant for his second spot start. Durant came up from Single-A Modesto last week, and this is just a spot start for him. So hopefully he is able to at least produce a few decent innings for the Drillers today, as they could help the Travs celebrate a possible division championship. Well, as I mentioned, it's going to be a little bit tougher for a division championship because the Travelers going with the bullpen today, and they lost one of their top setup men to an injury. Robert Fish, yesterday while running wind sprints in the outfield before batting practice, pulled a hamstring muscle, and he's been placed on the 7-day disabled list, making him unavailable not even just for today's game. He would be unavailable for the one-game playoff on Friday if it would come to that point. He's not eligible to pitch until next Monday. And so what do the Travs miss with Robert Fish? Well, that was 14 appearances, 1 win, 1 save, and a .229 earned run average. And plan would have been to get Fish the ball in the 7th inning, perhaps the 8th. But he is not available right now. So David Carpenter who is going to be replacing Fish in the bullpen. The Angels sending one of the best relievers from Single-A here to the Travelers for this next week. Carpenter ranked 3rd in the California League with 11 saves. He had a .093 earned run average at high Single-A. Struck out over a batter per inning. They hit just .219 against him in the California League. And he would have been pitching in the annual Carolina-California League All-Star Game, which takes place at John Thurman Field in Modesto tonight. But he was yanked off of the California League roster and joins the Travelers instead today. He is available to pitch. Last game he appeared, it was just a few days ago. So very, very surprising, I think, if he does not come out and pitch today. Meanwhile, one position player leaving, that is Dylan Baird. The Traveler first baseman and designated hitter has been sent back down to Single-A after hitting .196 in about 2 months. Baird had only hit 1 home run, driven in 10. His slugging percentage, his on-base percentage, both under 300. So sent back to Single-A to work on some things, and we expect to get Dylan back sometime in the second half. Hopefully that'll be the case. So rejoining the Travelers was the opening day outfielder for the 2008 season, and the Angels' 2007 Minor League Player of the Year, Chris Pettit, is now back at Arkansas. Although he is not in the starting lineup, he should be available for pinch hitting for today's game. Pettit, who was on the Angels' 40-man roster, was with the Travs for the second half of 2008. He broke his foot in the 4th inning of the first game that season. And he's coming off a year where he missed 2010 due to a shoulder injury that he suffered at the Dominican Winter League. So Pettit has kind of fallen on hard times of late. He was hitting .167 with just 3 homers in 59 games at Salt Lake. And we know that Pettit can hit the ball. He hit the ball pretty well here with the Travs. And last year he had the highest batting average for any Salt Lake Bee. He batted .321 with 8 homers in 96 games at AAA last season. So hopefully coming back down to AA might help Pettit smooth things out. And he certainly will help the Traveler lineup, as Baird had been struggling. But even though Pettit was struggling at AAA, he should find AA pitching much more to his liking. So those are two pretty important transactions, actually 4 transactions that are very important, not only because of the start of the second half coming up, but with the Traveler bullpen really being taxed for this 9-inning game. They're going to start a reliever, use relievers the entire way. You lose your best setup man in Robert Fish, but hopefully David Carpenter is able to fill that role. Meanwhile, there was one final score in the Texas League today. The Frisco Rough Riders and the Midland Rockhounds played an afternoon ball game at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. Midland had an 8-0 lead in that ball game, and they watched it dwindle all the way down, and actually it was 9-0, and they ended up giving up 4 runs in the 6th inning, 5 runs in the 7th to tie it up, and 9 apiece. But then the Rockhounds managed a run on the top of the 8th and beat the Rough Riders 10-9. So Midland finishes the first half 27-43, and they currently 21.5 games out of first place. Frisco finishes at 40-30. Over in Corpus Christi tonight, San Antonio and the Hooks wrap up their series. And by virtue of Corpus Christi's 4-1 win last night, Dallas Keuchel picking up his 5th win, San Antonio will fail in their attempt at 50 wins in the first half. So they can go for their 49th victory today. And then, of course, the game at One Oak Field with the Drillers and the Naturals. A win by the Drillers will get the Travs the North Division Championship. And we will be keeping very close watch on the Tulsa Northwest Arkansas game as we go throughout our broadcast on the out-of-town scoreboard. For right now, since we're about 8 minutes away from first pitch, we'll come back with the starting lineups as the Travelers and Cardinals get ready here on a beautiful Tuesday on the AR Health Network's pregame show here on the Sports Animal.
Don't just dream about a brighter future. Go for it. If you want to pursue a career involving technology, look to a leader in technology education, ITT Technical Institute. ITT Tech offers career-focused programs in electronics technology, information technology, and drafting and design. Call 800-741-5123. You can develop knowledge and skills that you can use to pursue opportunities in a variety of career fields. ITT Tech's programs are designed to give you practical, real-world experience. Classes in day or evening courses meet just a few days each week. Career services are available for students and graduates, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. Would a career involving technology make your dreams come true? Call ITT Tech right now for more information. Call 800-741-5123. 800-741-5123. That's 800-741-5123. Do you have a disability that prevents you from working? Then you may be entitled to collect thousands of dollars of Social Security benefits. If you've been medically disabled for at least 12 months and previously worked 5 of the last 10 years, you may qualify to receive thousands of dollars paid directly to you every month. Just call Disability Benefits Alliance at 1-877-941-8822. Disability Benefits Alliance can cut through government red tape and help you receive Social Security disability benefits. Even if you've been denied before, call now. There's no cost to you until your benefits are approved. If a disability prevents you from working, get the money you deserve. Call Disability Benefits Alliance for a free consultation. Call now. 1-877-941-8822. 1-877-941-8822. That's 1-877-941-8822.
Monthly payment calculation assumes 5% down at 7% APR over 30 years.
If you just bought a house and paid more than $47,000, you're going to want to change the station, because we're about to tell everyone listening how to buy a house for as low as $47,000. So if you don't want to hear about these incredible deals, please change the station now. Imagine finding a great 3-bedroom, 1-bath home for $47,000. That's $300 a month. To learn how to get a free list of foreclosures, call 1-800-416-7899 now. CRN is offering rebates of up to $1,000 in cash. And if you call right now, you can find out how to get up to an extra $2,500 on top of that. So call in the next 30 minutes for your free foreclosure list. Again, to learn how to get a free list of foreclosures that may be available in your area, call CRN at 1-800-416-7899. That's 1-800-416-7899. 1-800-416-7899.
Your hometown sports station, AM 920 KARN Little Rock. All sports, all the time.
Well, the Cardinals going to take their positions momentarily. Let's have a look at those lineups. We'll start with Springfield, managed by Ron Warner. They're 32-37 out of the North Division, stuck in last place, and they could tie for third with a win and a Tulsa loss today. Batting leadoff, the designated hitter Nick Punto, his second game on a rehab assignment for a right forearm flexor strain. Shortstop Ryan Jackson on the 2-hole, and second baseman Eric Duncan will bat third. Duncan has 4 homers in his last 4 games, including 2 long balls last night. Stephen Hill, the cleanup batter, is at first base. Former Razorback Zach Cox, the Cardinal third baseman, batting 5th. All-star right fielder Alex Castellanos batting 6th. Hitting 7th, the left fielder, traveler killer Chris Swagger, batting .500 against Arkansas. Audrey Perez, the catcher, batting 8th. And DeMarcus Ingram bats 9th. He'll be in center field. Starting pitcher for the Cardinals tonight is right-hander David Kopp. Kopp is a 25-year-old from Florida, making his 8th appearance. He began the year on the disabled list due to a biceps tendonitis. 2 wins, 3 losses for Kopp. He holds a ERA at .582. He lost his only start against the Travelers back on May the 19th. Gave up 3 earned runs in 6 innings, 4 total runs in a 4-2 loss. Matt Shoemaker dealt a 9-inning complete game in that one. The Travelers come in 35-31. A win will get them the North Division title. Under manager Bill Mosiello, they have Mike Trout batting leadoff in center field. Darwin Perez at shortstop batting second. Luis Jimenez, the third baseman, batting third. Batting cleanup is designated hitter Roberto Lopez. Batting 5th, first baseman Gabe Jacobo. Matt Cusick will start at second base, batting 6th. Angel Castillo batting 7th in right field. Batting 8th is catcher Alberto Rosario. And batting 9th, making his first start since Saturday, Clay Fuller in left field. Christian Scholl gets the start. This is his 7th career start, second of the year. 16th appearance, no wins, no losses. Scholl has an ERA of 1.82. He's made 3 relief appearances against the Cardinals without a decision and a .450 ERA versus Springfield. Well, the Cards are at their positions. We got the national anthem coming up and the first pitch as the Travs hope to be celebrating after this one. We'll come back with Traveler Baseball on the Sports Animal 920.
I looked at her, and I was just, wow, she looks so young.
I told her I couldn't believe how smooth her face looks. She's lost, 10 years at least?
I look at her, and it's like I'm looking at a picture of my wife from 20 years ago. It's incredible.
How are ordinary women across America looking years younger? They've discovered the proven breakthrough called hydroxytone. It visibly reduces wrinkles, tightens skin, and makes frown lines disappear from view. See for yourself by requesting a risk-free trial of hydroxytone today. The results are so impressive. Hydroxytone was given away in VIP gift bags at this year's Emmy Awards. Find out how you can try hydroxytone free for 30 days and shed years from your appearance.
She always looked good to me, but now I can't believe how young she looks.
Call now for your risk-free trial of hydroxytone. For a limited time, try it before you buy it. 1-800-609-3989. But hurry, when this offer's gone, it's gone. Call 1-800-609-3989. 1-800-609-3989.
Do you own a car you no longer want, and you don't have the time or energy to sell it? Donate your car to Heritage for the Blind. Your donation is tax deductible, and your car will be towed away for free. Call 1-800-943-1356. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, trucks, vans, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. Call now. Your donation will help those in need. Heritage for the Blind is a non-profit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call now to donate your car, and as a special thank you, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now. Call 1-800-943-1356. Donating is easy, it's tax deductible, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher by donating. Call 1-800-943-1356. 1-800-943-1356.
Check out Tony Bruno after the game, but right now, it's the Arkansas Travelers on Sports Animal 920.
Well, summer has started. It's a beautiful day here in Springfield, Missouri. Temperature sitting in the mid-80s. Not a single chance of rain. Mostly sunny skies. Decent crowd on hand for a Tuesday night game, and it's the last game of the first half. And it could be a special day for the Arkansas Travelers. If it's not a special day, they'll be waiting until Friday for a first half division playoff against Northwest Arkansas. None of the guys in the dugout are all that interested about thinking about Friday, though. They're firmly focused on this game right here. A win gets them the division title. A loss means they've got to hope for Tulsa to pull off their second win in a row. Much better chance for the Travs to win today, really just because of a different starting pitcher for the Springfield Cardinals. They do not send Shelby Miller out. Miller beat the Travs for the second time in a week yesterday. And instead of finding a hot right-hand pitcher who's burning right through the minor leagues, the Travelers now facing a struggling righty in David Cobb. Cobb, who last year was one of the better starters in the league. He was an all-star with a 12-4 record in 21 appearances, held a 3.05 earned run average. Well, this season has not gone so well for Cobb. He started the season late because of biceps tendonitis, missed the first 6 weeks, and in 7 starts, Cobb has 2 wins, 3 losses, and an ERA just under 6, 5.82. Cobb allowing a .265 batting average, 5 homers and 38 2/3 innings. All 5 of those homers have come in games here at Hammons Field. And the Travelers hit him pretty well, and they saw him a little over a month ago. We'll see if they can't hit him strongly once again. The first pitch of the day at 7:08 is a cold strike to Mike Trout, and we are underway. Trout, Perez, and Jimenez batting in the top third of the order. Lopez, Jacobo, Cusick in the middle. Castillo, Rosario, Fuller at the bottom. Trout swings and pops up the 0-1 foul. The first baseman, Hill, does not have enough room. 5 rows back into the seats. And the count 0-2 on center fielder Mike Trout, who brings a .318 average in today. That is the 8th highest average in the league. 9 homers and 24 runs batted in. Hit the ball solidly last night. Stroked the first inning single. And later had another base hit, finished 2 for 5. But Cobb has him in a 2-strike hole. And the righty deals. This one is just a tad downstairs, ball 1. David Cobb, a big guy. He is a 6'3", 205-pounder out of Margate, Florida. Got a good fastball. Here's his 1-2 pitch. Trout hits a hard ground ball foul. A couple of feet outside third base, and the count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cobb was drafted by St. Louis in the 2nd round of the 2007 draft. Plucked out of Clemson University. Here's the 1-2. Trout lays off a breaking pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. David Cobb this season, just 2 wins. Last year he had 10 more. And nearly at his loss total from last year already at 3. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Trout. He struck him out swinging. Slow breaking ball had Trout looking for something harder. So 1 away to start the ball game. Darwin Perez coming up. And the defensive alignment for the Cardinals today. The outfield has Chris Swagger in left, DeMarcus Ingram in center, Alex Castellanos in right. Around the infield, it's Zach Cox at third. Double play combo of Ryan Jackson and Eric Duncan. Stephen Hill, the first baseman. Audrey Perez, the battery mate for David Cobb. Cobb from the windup to Darwin Perez. And the Traveler shortstop takes a strike on the inside, a fastball. And the count 0-1. Cobb averaging 5 2/3 innings per start, 38 2/3 innings, 7 prior appearances. It'll be an 0-1 to Perez. Darwin takes a pitch low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Perez left the game last night after rounding third base and getting thrown out of the plate in the 7th inning, complaining of a left shin problem. It's been a calf muscle, actually, and it's been an issue for Perez for the last month. He's fighting it out in the lineup today. The 1-1 dump to Perez is swung on, hit right back at the mound. Cobb's got it. He flips to first for the 2nd out. Nice play there by Cobb. Very well hit ball by Perez, but 2 away and nobody on as Luis Jimenez comes up. Last season, the Travs couldn't get anything going on Cobb. They lost to him both times that they faced him, scored only 1 run in 13 innings. Cobb had such a dominating few months in the Texas League in 2010 that he went up to AAA Memphis for 5 starts, lost them all, and compiled an ERA of 8.63 in the PCL. Here's Lucho with a high drive to left field. A 2-out long ball by Luis Jimenez in the first inning. And the Travelers get a 1-0 lead on number 8 by Lucho. A first pitch fastball, and that's the first mistake that David Kopp makes. Jimenez has been sitting on first pitch fastballs since the day he was born. And gets one and drills it over the left center field wall. And that cleared the fence with some room to spare. RBI number 49 for Lucho. And that brings Roberto Lopez to the plate. The designated hitter batting .323. Kopp gave up his 6th home run there. And now Lopez takes a high strike. A fastball on the inside half. And the count 0-1. Trav scored the first run yesterday. They still ended up losing. As the 0-1 pitch bounces, and it's a ball and a strike on Lopez. One thing's for sure, the Travelers are going to have to keep the pressure on the Cardinal pitching staff and defense. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and foul tipped, and it's 1-2. Got to try to get 9 innings out of the bullpen today. And the only other game where the Travelers have had a bullpen day, it was the second game of a doubleheader 2 Fridays ago at Dickey Stevens. And that was a 7-inning game. This will be 9. The 1-2 is outside on Lopez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Roberto doubled and knocked a run home yesterday. Finished 1 for 2. The 2-2 pitch. Low and inside, ball 3. Lopez also hit by a pitch and walked his final 2 trips. So he was aboard 3 times in yesterday's 14-4 loss. The 3-2 now to Lopez. There's a foul tip straight back into the backstop. David Kopp struck out Mike Trout to start the game. Got Darwin Perez on a hot smash back of the hill. But then Luis Jimenez hits a first pitch home run to left. And now a 3-2 pitch once again to Roberto Lopez. Gabe Jacobo's on deck. Here it comes. Ball 4. Fastball outside. A little bit high. Lopez draws a 2-out walk. And then the number 5 batter, Jacobo, coming up. So Kopp has now allowed 6 home runs, all of them right here at Hammons Field, which is the number 1 launching pad in the Texas League. Back on May the 30th, during a 9-8 loss to the San Antonio Missions, Kopp allowed 4 home runs in just 5 1/3 innings. 3 of them hit by left-hand batters. Here's Jacobo. And the first pitch is low, ball 1. There's only 2 left-hand batters in today's lineup, those being Darwin Perez, a switch hitter, and the only full-time left-hand batter is Matt Cusick. He's on deck. Jacobo waiting for a moment now as Cardinal catcher Audrey Perez walks out to the mound. He and Kopp will chat for a little bit. Jacobo 1 for 16 on the road trip, and his batting average has fallen under .250 for the first time since he came to Double-A. .248 to be exact. 4 homers and 13 batted in. Lopez leads off in the sun at first. On the mound, Kopp deals, and a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Jacobo equals the count at 1-1. Last night, Jacobo finished 0 for 4. Struck out twice. Did not make solid contact. Lopez lunges back to first ahead of a throw. Tough time for throws to first. The edge of the shadow right at the middle of first base. So Lopez leading off at the edge of the shadow. And the first baseman Hill staring into the sun. Now a fastball to Jacobo. He takes strike 2. Jacobo was very hot when he first came up, but ever since his back kept him out for a couple of games last week, he has not quite been the same. That's been a little slower. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, a fister into shallow right. Second baseman Duncan can't get there. That bounces in for a base hit. Trying for third, Lopez. The throw's offline, and now Jacobo skips into second base. Heads up base runner there, the aggressive base running that the Travelers are known so well for. A bloop single by Gabe Jacobo, and boy, he deserved that. Lopez tests the arm of the right fielder, Alex Castellanos. His throw was a couple of feet up the left field line. And then Jacobo hustles into second base behind the play. Second and third, Matt Cusick, the batter. And here is a big-time early opportunity. Not only, you already have the lead 1-0, but to get on top by 3. And Cusick, 4 for 16 during the road trip with 1 RBI. First pitch bounces up to the plate and blocked. 1-0. The only run batted in for Cusick during this road trip was a home run on Sunday, a game-tying home run in the 4th inning at One Oak Field. He's driven in 4 runs in 15 games as a Traveler this year. Lopez at third, Jacobo at second. Kopp delivers a fastball for strike 1. High inside corner on Matt Cusick. 1-1 the count. Cusick out of Mission Viejo, California, veteran, 25 years old. His first year in the Angels organization. Opens the stance, waiting on Kopp. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside. And the count 2-1. This is actually the 3rd stint for Cusick at Arkansas. Got here to the Travelers early May. Went to Single A for a week, then came back to Double A. Was released by the Angels and signed 2 weeks later. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled over the third base roof. Fastball on the outside. Cusick went after it. And now Kopp looking to strand 2 runners. Angel Castillo is on deck. He's been the hottest hitter for the last week on this ball club. And perhaps he might get a chance if Cusick's able to reach base. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, line drive left field. Swagger's got it measured at the warning track. He hauls it in. A well-hit ball by Cusick, but it hung up and allowed Swagger to make the catch, backpedaling near the fence. So the Travs managed 1 run off of 2 base hits. 2 runners left in scoring position. And after a half inning, the Travelers won, and the Cardinals coming up.
And now on to the bonus round. If blood is thicker than water, what's thicker than blood?
Fondue cheese?
Correct. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Why not?
Gingivitis.
Correct. Netflix lets you watch unlimited TV episodes instantly through your what?
Your game console or other devices.
Correct! Watch unlimited episodes of your favorite TV shows and movies instantly through your game console or other devices. All for only $8 a month from Netflix. See terms of use.
It's amazing how great your home looks with new carpet or flooring, especially when you get an amazing value from a company you trust. That's why you should call Sears Flooring. With Sears Flooring, you'll save 20% right now. Just call 1-888-491-3939. And Sears Flooring will bring the showroom to you. Sears has a wide range of carpet, tile, hardwood, or laminate to match your style and budget. Your new flooring will be precisely installed, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. So call Sears Flooring for a free in-home consultation. You'll save 20%. Call 1-888-491-3939. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. Call Sears Flooring now and save 20%. Call 1-888-491-3939. 1-888-491-3939. Sears.
You can listen to Dan Patrick at 8 and the Arkansas Travelers right now on Sports Animal 920.
The Travs have made a habit of getting out to leads over the last month. Do it again on a solo homer by Luis Jimenez, his 8th of the year. And before Christian Scholl even throws 1 pitch in this, his 7th career start, he's got a 1-0 lead. Christian Scholl. Who would have thought that on the last game of the first half, with the pennant on the line, that the Travs would be forced to use their entire bullpen and not have one of their 5 starting pitchers? It's been one of the best years of starting pitching for the Travs in their affiliation with the Angels. And yet, because of a rainout on Thursday, Christian Scholl gets the ball for this one. Nick Punto leads it off here in the first. And Scholl from the stretch, as all relievers like to throw. He fires a strike to Punto on the outside corner with that fastball. Christian Scholl, he does not have a decision in 15 appearances. That includes his 1 start. And that start was on June the 8th. Here's the 0-1. Punto takes a pitch down low, and it's a 1-1 count on the switch-hitting designated hitter. Punto not expected to play the field while he is rehabbing his right forearm flexor strain. Be a DH all series. A 1-1 pitch. Swung on, a liner over third into left. Base hit to start the first inning. Nick Punto is aboard. Over to cut it off, Clay Fuller gets it back. Leadoff single for the Cardinal designated hitter. That brings the shortstop Ryan Jackson to the plate. Defensively, the Travelers tonight, a little bit different with Clay Fuller getting the start in left field. Fuller has not appeared as a starter since Saturday. Mike Trout in center. Angel Castillo in right. Infield, just as usual, Jimenez and Perez on the left side. Matt Cusick and Jacobo to the right. And Alberto Rosario does the catching for Christian Scholl. The single by Punto is the 18th hit that Scholl's allowed this year, just shy of 30 innings. Batters hitting just 162 against him. Now he sets against Jackson, right-hand batting shortstop. The pitch. Jackson looks to bunt, takes low. 1 ball, no strikes. Christian Scholl, 23 years old. His home is Tacoma, Washington. He played his college ball nearby in Auburn, Washington at Green River Community College. A 2-year All-Star for the Green River Gators. Drafted by the Angels in 2008 with an 8th-round choice. 1-0 on Jackson. Here's the pitch. A line drive to the gap in right center. Base hit. Trout's over. He'll cut it off, but that sends Punto to third. And the Cardinals have runners at the corners with nobody out. 2 line drive base hits. Jackson, he's been right on the ball of late. He hit one of those 6 home runs last night. And that's his 11th hit of the last 7 games. And now the hottest hitter for the Cardinals, Eric Duncan, comes to bat. And he is coming off of a 5 RBI, 2-homer game last night. In fact, Duncan has found his power stroke only recently. Out of his 6 home runs for the season, 4 of them have come in the last 4 games, in which he has driven in 9 runs. And he has a chance to at least tie the game with nothing more than a fly ball. Outfield will play deep, as Duncan's home runs last night were just crushed. They play deep all the way around, and they don't have much of a choice no matter who is batting. The wind is going straight out to center tonight. Scholl from the stretch. Infield would like to turn 2. The pitch, got a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Duncan a little bit jumpy. Strike 1. Scholl does not appear to be very pleased with himself after allowing singles to the first 2 batters. He snapped at the throw back from Alberto Rosario. Scholl has been a bit more touchable since he missed a week with a right neck strain. And it caused him to miss the last week of May. He steps off, fires to first, and chases Jackson back in. He's very worried about Punto, the runner at third, who does not head back to his base. Scholl, he went 2.5 weeks between appearances, but was on the disabled list for 1 week. A neck strain that cost him essentially 2.5 weeks. Here's the stretch and the 0-1 pitch. Duncan takes in the dirt this time, and it's 1-1. In the 4 appearances since he came off the disabled list, Scholl has a .259 earned run average. And if that sounds like it is much more human, take into account that he had a .159 ERA in his first 12 appearances. So he's been much more human of late. Ball and a strike to Duncan. He bats .261, 6 homers. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Scholl ahead of him 1-2 with Stephen Hill on deck. Scholl's got good fastball command. He's able to vary the speed on his heater. It's at anywhere from about 93 down to the high 80s. Movement on the fastball. He can cut it. He can make it fade a bit. Good slider. And a very good changeup. Looking for the strikeout on Duncan. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Bounced it up at the plate again. That's the 3rd pitch he's bounced, and Duncan works it to 2-2. Punto at 3rd, Jackson at 1st. Travs have an early 1-0 lead on a solo homer by Luis Jimenez. The Cardinals threatening early here. The Cardinals did not really get many chances last night with runners in scoring position. They scored 10 runs on homers. Actually did not get a base hit with a runner in scoring position until the 6th. And only 3 of those hits all game. 2-2. Got him swinging on a low breaking pitch. Duncan strikes out. And a very big first out there for Christian Scholl. Brings Stephen Hill to the plate. Scholl should be used to pitching in a jam like this because he has been utilized quite often to come into a game with runners on base. And he's done very well leaving those runners. He's inherited 10 runners this season, allowing only 2 to score. So 80% success rate for the pitcher in that situation is very good. Although he put himself into his own jam, maybe he can work out of it. Stephen Hill stepping up. Hill a candidate for a double play, but he is much more of a fly ball hitter. If he hits a ground ball on the infield, he is not very fast. Here's the stretch by Scholl. And the first pitch swung on, fouled off the left foot, strike one. Hill was quiet last night. So surprising for the Cardinals. They hit a franchise record 6 home runs, but their top power hitter never even reached base. Hill was 0 for 5 and struck out his last 3 times up. He has 9 homers, driven in 23, going along with a .271 average. Hill waiting on Scholl. Count is 0-1. Steps off, throws to first, and gets Jackson back in. Stephen Hill is a dead pull hitter, a straightaway left field. And here at Hammons Field, down the line, in left, it's 315 feet. So this ballpark is tailor-made for him. And with the wind blowing out, this is a day that Stephen Hill would relish. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And now Scholl ahead 0-2. 400 feet from the plate to straightaway center. 330 down the right field line here in Springfield. The outfield fence about 8 to 9 feet tall all the way around. Nearly saw Mike Trout rob 2 home runs last night, but he missed them both. He was close, though. Leading away at first, Ryan Jackson. Over at third, Nick Punto. 1 down, and Scholl ready for the 0-2 pitch to Hill. Just a bit high. A fastball over the letters. And the count is 1-2. Christian Scholl, not only one of the top relievers in the Texas League this year, he was one of the best relievers in the California League last year. He's been a tremendous reliever since the Angels signed him. Here's the 1-2. Hill hits a slow grounder foul down the third base line. Nick Punto barehands it in the runner's path and tosses it into the seats. Punto, again, expected to be here the entire series. Another rehabbing major leaguer here at Springfield. They've had a lot of them come here to Hammond since they joined as the Cardinal affiliate in 2005. A lot of folks are looking 4 or 5 weeks away and thinking that Albert Pujols might be rehabbing here when his wrist is healthy. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Hill. Struck him out swinging, a fastball, and that was right where Hill likes it. But somehow Scholl gets away with it and has 2 strikeouts in a row. And now with 2 down, he can strand these runners if he gets Zach Cox. Cox, the former Razorback, last year's first-round choice in the Cardinals draft, got the major league contract as a draft-eligible sophomore. Last night just had an infield single in 4 tries and batting .242 in a little less than a month since a call up from single A. Cox, a left-hand batter out of Louisville, Kentucky. Nick Punto at third, Ryan Jackson the runner at first. Scholl's pitch. He's dribbled foul, and he's got a good changeup today. 0-1 the count. This Traveler pitching staff has a lot of very good arms. Scholl is right at the top. Might not get the save chances or even many opportunities to set up in 8th innings. And he's been dandy. Here's the 0-1. And there's strike 2. Throw a backdoor slider on Cox right on that outside edge. No balls, 2 strikes. Scholl has more of been a 7th inning, 6th inning reliever. He's pitched a couple times in the 8th. But it certainly says a lot about him when the Travelers needed a spot starter. He was the obvious choice. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Line drive left field. Coming on is Fuller. He's got it. And Scholl pitches out of the jam. Runners at first and third with nobody out. And Scholl leaves them both. And as we go to the top of the second, the Travelers have a 1-0 lead over Springfield on Sports Animal 920.
And now, the lightning round. Old MacDonald had a farm. What did Old MacGregor have?
A Labradoodle.
Correct. Finish this sequence. Helium, alfalfa.
Kumquat.
Correct. How fast can you get TV episodes from Netflix?
Instantly.
Correct! Watch unlimited episodes of your favorite TV shows and movies instantly through your game console or other devices. All for only $8 a month from Netflix. See terms of use.
This is Pete Lavin, Travelers General Manager, and you're listening to Travelers Baseball on the Sports Animal 920.
Well, a nice job working out of the jam by Christian Scholl as the Travelers hold a 1-0 lead here in the second inning. Angel Castillo takes a first pitch strike from David Kopp as he leads off. Batting in the 7th spot, Castillo followed by Alberto Rosario and Clay Fuller. Kopp's 0-1 is outside. 1-1. Phil Elson with you on the Sports Animal. Travelers and Cardinals wrapping up the first half. Travs with a 1-0 lead on a Jimenez home run. Here's a swing and a miss by Castillo. In the count 1-2. Castillo has hits in 8 straight. Moved that streak along with a 9th inning homer last night. The 1-2. Low breaking pitch. And Castillo holds back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Castillo with 9 hits over the last 8 games. 3 of them are homers. All on this road trip. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, high fly ball to center. That'll send Ingram back just a bit. Shy of the track, he makes the catch about 10 feet in front of the gravel warning track. And there's 1 away in the second. Alberto Rosario coming up. Updating the Tulsa Northwest Arkansas ball game. The Naturals got an early lead, scoring twice against Driller starter Alan Durant in the first inning. Naturals went down in the second, so it's 2-0. Tulsa about to come up for the second time. Here's a ground ball single by Alberto Rosario. Swings at that first pitch. Puts it through the 5-6 hole. Travs get their third base hit. And Rosario, who was hitting in the 150 range just last week, that single might push him a little bit closer to 200. He came in at 194. And the Travs will bring up number 9 batter, Clay Fuller. This is a rare spot for Fuller to be batting in. It's only the 3rd game he starts as the 9th place hitter. But over the past week, Fuller has seen his average drop from the 240s to 225. Only 2 hits his last 27 at-bats. Here's the first pitch. Fuller pops up a bunt right back at the mound, and Kopp makes the catch. So Fuller makes the second out on a bunt. Top of the batting order now, Mike Trout. Trout is 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. His team high 51st strikeout of the year. Bats with a runner at first and 2 away. 64th game Trout plays as a Traveler this year. He leads the ball club in games played. Here's the first pitch. And Kopp fires a fastball just a bit low. Of course, Trout missed the 3-game series at Corpus Christi due to that bruised left knee. Right when he get back to action, he went on a torrid stretch. Cooled off a bit at Tulsa. The 1-0. That's low again. Ball 2. Trout only 2 for 15 during the series at Tulsa. Picked up a 2-hit game last night. His team leading 22nd multi-hit game. Here's the 2-0. Trout out in front of a slow breaking pitch. Foul tips. And the count 2 balls, 1 strike. 1-0 Travs, top of the second. A Luis Jimenez solo home run puts Arkansas up. It was Lucho's 8th of the year for his 49th run batted in. The 2-1 to Trout. A check swing on a high fastball. Appeal is denied by the first base umpire, Greg Stanzak. Brandon Mission, the crew chief, working the plate today. And local umpire Bill Ganaway is today's third base umpire. Counts 3-1 on Mike Trout. Perez, the on-deck hitter. Time granted to the Traveler center fielder. Trout, as usual, digs that right foot in. Makes sure he gets a good push off. Rosario leads. Here's the pitch. Trout takes a strike, a fastball, let her high. And it's 3-2. That'll give Rosario a head start at first base. Still, the Cardinals keep Hill at the bag to hold him. And now, as I say that, Hill steps off at first base. And he will not hold Rosario on. He'll play a little bit behind the runner. Outfield plays Trout straight up and right and center. The left fielder Swagger playing deep. Out time called by Trout. He backs out. A 1-out single by Alberto Rosario. And now Trout looking for the Travs' fourth base hit. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a looper towards the hole at short. Backhand by Jackson. He throws to first, and it's not in time. Not going to get Trout on a ground ball to the hole at short. Mike picks up the base hit, and Rosario stops at second. Not a well-hit ball, but well placed by Trout. And a little bit of a camel hump on that soft liner. But he is aboard with his fifth hit of the road trip. And now Darwin Perez stands in next. Perez, one of the leading clutch hitters on the team with a .328 batting average when runners are in scoring position. Perez last night stroked a couple of singles and drove in a run. Hit back to the mound for the second out in the first inning. First and second for Perez. Here's the pitch. Takes a fastball outside. Perez 8 for 21 on the road trip, 4 runs batted in. Collected 3 RBIs during the Saturday doubleheader. And then another RBI last night. Rosario not held at second. Trout out to a big lead at first. The 1-0 pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. And that was where Kopp was aiming for his first pitch, but didn't get that call. He does get the second call, however, and Perez conversing with the plate umpire about that strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Darwin driven in 31 runs this year. Only 3, however, against Springfield. Here's the pitch. High and outside. And Perez not chasing off the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Room in right center field for Perez. North Little Rock native DeMarcus Ingram, who plays center field for the Cardinals. He's shaded towards left. Right field lines wide open for Darwin. Good speed on the bases. Anything to the gaps could score 2. The 2-1. Swing and a foul back to the net. Good cut there by Darwin. Got a fastball over the plate. Kopp didn't hit his spot. Continues to try for that outside corner, but he left it over the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Darwin Perez. Clutch hitting's been such a thorn on the side for the Travelers most of the year. And when they started to turn it on coming off the last road trip, they've been a really good clutch hitting team. The 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. Change up, low and away. So the runners get another head start. This is the second batter in a row to go full on David Kopp. Rosario from second and Trout at first with Luis Jimenez on deck. You doubt that Kopp wants to face Lucho. The base is loaded. A big right-hander ready to work. There they go. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, lined into right, a base hit. And Rosario set around third. The throw from right field is over the catcher, all the way to the backstop. Trout tries to score. The flip, he's safe. And the Travs lead by 3. Kopp backed up the wild throw from right field. He caught it on his knees outside the catcher's circle. Trout, who never broke stride around third, he dives inside home plate and gets his right hand on the plate. As the Travs lead 3-0. Credit Perez with an RBI single. The single knocks in Rosario. A throwing error by the right fielder Castellanos brings Trout all the way from first. And now Perez safely into second. And it's 3-0 Arkansas. And here's Lucho. The pitch is inside, and it just nudged his elbow. Jimenez hit by a pitch, and he takes first. And that's the 4th batter to reach base here in the second inning. For Perez's 32nd run batted in. And the right fielder Castellanos with the throwing error. He really unleashed a beautiful laser-like throw that was 2 feet above the catcher's head. And that is Castellanos' 6th error for the year. Now it's Lopez at the plate. Perez at second. Lucho at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Soft breaking ball. Haven't fooled. Strike 1. 2 runs on 3 hits and an error here in the Travelers' second inning. And the last batter that Kopp retired, Clay Fuller, popped up a bunt. So when they're swinging away, they're reaching base. Here's the 0-1. Lopez takes strike 2. And that curveball drops to the outside corner. Lopez walked in the first. 2 RBIs on the road trip, 3 base hits. Kopp deals. A low changeup, ball 1. Shortstop Jackson playing deep. The second baseman Duncan holding Perez. Jimenez not covered at first as Hill plays behind him. Big gap right side of the infield for Roberto. The 1-2. And that hits him. Got him on the left arm. Back-to-back hit batters. And this will load the bases for Gabe Jacobo. Well, Kopp is really focused not really on pitching inside. He's really trying to get batters to chase away the way he's come inside. He's hit 2 batters. He hits Jimenez on the elbow and does the same to Lopez. And that brings a visit from his pitching coach, Brian Eversgerd, out to the mound to speak with David Kopp. So Gabe Jacobo gets a bases-loaded chance here in the second inning, and the Travelers could break it open early here. But if Jacobo is going to come through, he'll be reversing a trend. He did bloop a single in the first inning, just his 4th hit in the last 32 at-bats. But hopefully it broke his bad luck. Lengthy talk out on the hill. 3 Cardinal infielders join Eversgerd, and now the plate umpire, Brandon Mission, says, let's break it up. Gabe Jacobo announced out of the batter's box. He's driven in 13 runs since he joined the ball club, but his last RBI was June the 9th. Here's the first pitch. A fastball, ladder high, strike 1. Stretched by Kopp, the 0-1. Strike 2. Takes that breaking ball on the outside corner in Jacobo in a 2-strike hole. Kopp focusing on working quickly. He comes set. Jacobo's got to protect the pitch. Bounced away. That gets past Perez, and Darwin Perez scores. Other runners move up on a wild pitch. So Kopp tries to waste one, and boy, does he ever waste one. Wasted so poorly that the Travs get their 4th run. Tried that breaking ball again. He buried it in front of the plate. Audrey Perez with an awkward try at blocking it. And so some of the pressure's off Jacobo. Now it's 2nd and 3rd. 1-2 to count. The pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Really rough inning here for David Kopp, and part of his own issues. Not only is he allowed 3 runs, but he's hit 2 batters, thrown a wild pitch. Here's the next one. Jacobo pops it up. That'll go to shortstop. Ryan Jackson camps underneath and makes the catch. A nice big second inning for the Travelers. They scored 3 times on 3 base hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left. At the end of 1 1/2 innings on this last day of the first half, Travs 4, Cardinals nothing.
Are you ready to do something about your high credit card debt? Tired of paying double-digit interest rates, late fees, over-limit fees? It's time to stop the madness. Get out of debt the safe and affordable way with Credit Card Relief. With Credit Card Relief, there are no upfront fees, no monthly maintenance fees, and no settlement fees. You don't pay anything until a debt is settled, all with a 90-day money-back guarantee. That's Credit Card Relief, managed by local attorneys in-state, with workout plans tailored to your debt situation. Get out of debt in months instead of years, all while saving thousands in future bank fees. Call the original Credit Card Relief, where the consultation is free and the results are real.
Call 866-290-8282. Not available in all states. That's Credit Card Relief. 866-290-8282. 866-290-8282.
How much will your next car repair cost? If you have premium auto protection, there's no worry. You'll never have to pay a car repair bill again. Car repairs are expensive. $3,000 for a new transmission or $4,000 for a new engine can really set you back. But not if you have premium auto protection. They'll cover the cost of your car repairs. You choose the repair shop and premium auto protection pays them directly. You'll never pay a car repair bill again. Premium covers your car, truck, or SUV repairs. And they offer free road service and rental cars. You get top quality service. Satisfaction guaranteed. If your car is less than 10 years old with less than 150,000 miles, call Premium Auto Protection for your free quote. You'll never pay a car repair bill again. Call 866-960-2525. That's 866-960-2525. 866-960-2525.
You're listening to Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Sports Animal 920.
Traveler Baseball brought to you in part by AR Health Networks. Does $25 per month for medical benefits sound too good to be true? AR Health Networks truly covers over 15,000 working Arkansans. Most for just $25 per month. Call 800-540-7566 for AR Health Networks to find out if you qualify. Christian Scholl takes the mound with a 4-0 lead. Here in the bottom of the second inning, the Cardinals have the 6, 7, and 8 batters up. Scholl left 2 runners in the first, and that was with a 1-0 lead. He works with a 4-run lead now as Castellanos foul tips the first fastball. 0-1 of the Cardinal right fielder. His throwing error aided the Travs, helping them to score 1 of those 3 runs in the second inning. Castellanos followed by Chris Swager and Audrey Perez. 3 guys who hit very well against the Travelers. The 0-1. And that hits Castellanos on the jersey. Scholl puts the leadoff man aboard. There's something about the Travelers facing Alex Castellanos, which is a combustible situation. Castellanos has now been hit by 8 pitches this year. And most of them have come against the Arkansas pitchers. That is the 6th time a Traveler has hit him. Earlier in May, the only previous visit Arkansas made to Springfield, the Travelers hit Castellanos with 3 pitches in 2 games, forcing him to leave the rest of the series with a bruised knee. He's all right here. That just brushed the jersey. Traveler killer Chris Swager steps up. Left-hand batter out of Odessa, Florida. And Scholl throws to first, chasing back Castellanos. Well, last night, when Castellanos led off in the 5th inning with a single, the Travelers were so worried about him attempting to steal a base that Eddie McKiernan left a fastball up to Audrey Perez, and he crushed a 2-run homer. Swager also went deep last night. Here's a fastball up and away, 1-0. In fact, Swager tied the game yesterday with a 3rd inning leadoff home run off McKiernan. That was Swager's 5th of the year. And the 2nd long ball against the Travelers. He finished the game 3 for 4 and is 20 for 40 against Arkansas pitching now. 1-0 count, the pitch. Swung on, fouled back this way. It's going to hit the booth to my left. And the count is 1-1 on Chris Swager. Swager is having a great year. 301 batting average, 5 homers, 21 ribbies. The guy who was not even in the everyday lineup for the first month of the season. Swager out of the Citadel, a 26th round choice in the Cardinals' 2008 draft. Career .282 hitter. And he hovers over the plate waiting for Christian Scholl. Castellanos, a decent lead at first. Nobody out. And the 1-1 pitch is foul tipped. He had Swager leaning out for that fastball. Swager last year began the season at Single A Palm Beach and was sent up to Double A after batting .294 in 39 games. Here at Springfield, he batted .266 with 5 home runs. Hit for some pop. And we've seen some of that pop this year with 5 home runs in a couple of months. Castellanos at first. Nobody out. Scholl from the stretch. The 1-2. Runner going. It is low. The throw to second base. The tag. He is out. For a moment, it looked like Castellanos would be called safe on the pop-up slide. But his left foot arrived just a tad after Perez tagged him and caught stealing 2-6. That's the first time all year that Castellanos has been caught. It was his 6th attempt. Alberto Rosario says no, not on him. 1 down, and it's a 2-2 count now on Swager with the bases empty. Scholl lifts the leg, fires, and gets a bouncing ball foul. That was a great throw by Alberto Rosario, and you come to expect that now. It's a surprise if Rosario doesn't get off a great throw. And the numbers certainly validate that point. He is throwing runners out at over a 40% rate now. 2-2 on Swager. Travs lead 4-0 in the second. And the pitch by Scholl is outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. All throughout Christian's career, he's exhibited very good command. Coming into this ball game tonight for his career, averaging just over 3 walks per 9 innings. So pretty good control numbers. Usually gets 3 strikeouts for every 1 walk. And the 3-2 count up. He was about to deliver the pitch, but time was called. So we'll wait for a moment. On deck is the number 8 batter, Audrey Perez. Outfield deep all the way around. Got to respect Swager's power to right and center. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It is fouled off the fists. Good fastball on the hands. A little up. Well, the quicker the outs come for Scholl, the better the bullpen will be today. Traveler coaching staff would like to get Scholl to go through 5 innings if possible. Brandon Emanuel even said that if he's got a shutout through 5, he might go out for a 6th inning. We're getting a little too far ahead of ourselves there. He's got to get through the 2nd inning first. Again, the 3-2 to Swager. And he fouls it back to the net. Got a good swing on a fastball. So this turns into a 9-pitch at bat. The most pitches that Scholl has thrown in one appearance this year is 63. That was when he started the nightcap of the June 8th doubleheader against the Naturals. And he threw 4 innings on 63 pitches, which is pretty good. 3-2 to count. The next try to Swager. Fouls it off his leg. Scholl mixed it up. He threw him a slider on 3-2 after consecutive fastballs. And Swager being a very pesky 7th place batter. 1 out, no one on. Castellanos caught stealing after being hit by a pitch. Swager back up to the plate. He's from the Citadel. That is the same school where former Traveler Dallas McPherson was drafted out of. Here's the next pitch. And another ground ball foul. Dribbles to the home on deck circle. And Scholl not giving Swager that fastball any longer. He throws some consecutive sliders. Scholl walks behind the mound. Surveys the scene, climbs back up, and Swager's been at the plate now for about 5 minutes, having himself a good at-bat against Christian Scholl. Another payoff pitch on the way. Here it comes. Swung on and dropped on the foul tip. Alberto Rosario came out of his catcher's crouch, and the tip was in his mitt, and then it popped out. That's turning out to be one of the longer at-bats for any Traveler opponent this year. The next pitch will be the 12th. 5 in a row have been fouled. And 8 of 11 pitches have been hit foul by Chris Swager. Scholl throws again. Grounded foul. Past first base. So Scholl working to nearly an inning's worth of pitches against Chris Swager. Perez has been waiting in the on-deck circle for a while now. Scholl aims for the outside corner. Lifts the leg and deals. Swing and a foul again. A fastball on that outside half. That was right where Rosario wanted it. And Christian Scholl has seen Swager hit his last 7 pitches foul. Fans here at Springfield obviously enjoying this battle. Neither one giving in. Scholl hasn't tried to get him to chase. He's come with pitches on the corners. Here's the next pitch on 3-2. Fouled again. It's a broken record at bat for Chris Swager. So we'll just set the needle back to the start of the track and see if this one will work. The next pitch by Scholl. Another foul ball. And that time Swager was reaching out for it. The next pitch will be the 16th. They are on their edge of their seats at Hammons Field. Who knew that foul balls were so exciting? Swager kicks at the dirt a moment. Looks back at Scholl. Scholl peers over the glove, reading signs by Rosario. The stretch. The 16th pitch of the at-bat. Another foul ball. A fastball up. Swager swinging at everything now. And this is an at-bat for the ages. "16 pitches are not enough, so let's try 17th. Scholl throws. He struck him out looking. A backdoor slider outside corner. The hardest strikeout of Christian Scholl's life. And boy, did he earn it. That was an amazing at-bat. 17 pitches, including 3, 6, 9, 11 consecutive foul balls. I don't know how Chris Swager is going to lift his arms any longer, at least when he goes out to play the outfield next half inning. Here's Audrey Perez. And Scholl's pitch is hit in the air down the left field line, a base hit. Left that one up. Fuller's got to track it down on the wall. Perez digging for second base. Here's the throw. Going to be a close play. He is safe. Well, Perez running as hard as he could with those legs chunking around first. Collects his 7th double of the year. How do you like that? Scholl gets a strikeout on 17 pitches. And then the first extra base hit of the day by the Cardinals comes on a 1-pitch at-bat for Audrey Perez. So Scholl will go up against North Little Rock native DeMarcus Ingram at this important second inning at-bat. Let's say one way or the other, Chris Swager certainly did lessen the probability of Christian Scholl going 5 innings tonight. Here's Ingram. He was 0 for 4 in yesterday's 14-4 Cardinal win. Right-hand batter. The pitch is foul away, up and over the screen, and that makes it strike one. Ingram is hitting .237 tonight, the 16th time he finds himself in the Springfield lineup. Came up from Single A Palm Beach in early June, where he was hitting .272. Perez, good lead at second. Scholl gives him a glance. Now throws to Ingram. Strike 2. Called a changeup on the inside edge. No balls, 2 strikes to DeMarcus Ingram. Scholl from the belt. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. He strikes out Ingram on 3 pitches. And what an in there for Christian Scholl. He allows 2 men to reach, strikes out 2, and has 1 at-bat that went 26.2 miles. Leaves a runner on base after 2 innings here at Hammons Field in Springfield, Missouri. Travs 4, Cardinals nothing.
Don't just dream about a brighter future. Go for it. If you want to pursue a career involving technology, look to a leader in technology education. ITT Technical Institute. ITT Tech offers career-focused programs in electronics technology, information technology, and drafting and design. Call 800-741-5123. You can develop knowledge and skills that you can use to pursue opportunities in a variety of career fields. ITT Tech's programs are designed to give you practical, real-world experience. Classes and day or evening courses meet just a few days each week. Career services are available for students and graduates, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. Would a career involving technology make your dreams come true? Call ITT Tech right now for more information. Call 800-741-5123. 800-741-5123. That's 800-741-5123.
Your hometown sports station, AM 920 KARN Little Rock. All sports, all the time.
This is Wes Moore, and you can catch the Hog Zone 3 to 4 Monday through Friday. But right now, you're listening to Travelers Baseball on Sports Animal 920.
Well, Christian Scholl has done his job for the first 2 innings, holding the Cardinals off the scoreboard and allowing the Travs to build a 4-0 lead. Out of the top of the 3rd now, and the Travs send Matt Cusick to bat against David Kopp. And Kopp looking to fire his first scoreless inning of the night. Here's the first pitch to Cusick. And the left-hand batter takes a fastball for strike one over the inside. Kopp in the second inning gave up 3 runs. There were 5 men that reached base. He hit 2 batters and mixed in a wild pitch. Here's the 0-1 to Cusick. And a high drive to deep right field by Cusick. Way back it goes, way up and gone. Matt Cusick. It's a long one to start the third. A 5-0 Traveler lead on Cusick's second long ball of the road trip. The baseball hit the top of the batting practice building past the right field fence. A moonshot with a sun out by Matt Cusick. And the Travs have scored 5 runs, and David Kopp has not yet retired a batter in the third. And now Angel Castillo. And the pitch thrown behind him. Castillo stares back at Kopp. The Traveler dugout is shouting at him as well. And the plate umpire, Brandon Mission, quickly steps between everybody, and he is warning the dugouts. He threw that fastball in the dirt behind Castillo's feet. And you can probably hear Brandon Mission shouting to both dugouts, no more, no more. 1-0 the count on Castillo. Kopp brings the next pitch, and that is a fastball high and outside. There were 5 Traveler players in the dugout that were ready to jump over the fence. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. And Kopp muscling up with his fastball now. He looks a little perturbed. The 2-1 to Castillo. Fouled off the fence, and that broke his bat. Rolls down the dugout stairs. And Castillo makes a motion towards the bat boy to bring him a new one. Angel fly down to the second. Over this series, 1 for 5. The one hit a home run in the 9th inning yesterday. Castillo, who did not take more than a half step towards the mound after the first pitch. He's a very quiet sort. Back in now, and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Foul tipped on a breaking ball. So Kopp showing a little bit of frustration. Doesn't have anyone else to blame but himself. The 2-2, a high chop to short. Jackson waits for the second bounce. Leaps to grab it, throws to first, and gets the out on Castillo, 6-3. Brings Alberto Rosario. I've always been intrigued by the thought of pitchers being angry at the opposing team for scoring runs. Matt Cusick did not watch that ball go. He knew it was gone right off the bat, but he put his head down and ran. So that couldn't have been the reason. As Kopp throws a fastball for a strike to Alberto Rosario. Either way, he let that get to him. Here's the 0-1. Rosario foul tips. It'll dribble up the first base line and stay foul. 0-2. Alberto singled in the second inning, pulling a ground ball to left field. Later scored on a base hit by Darwin Perez. On deck is Clay Fuller. The wind on the 0-2. A little chopper right at first base. Hill's got it. He'll step on the bag. And Rosario makes the second out. That'll bring Clay Fuller. Northwest Arkansas adding to the lead with a run on the third at Tulsa. 3-0 Naturals. About to go into the fourth. Here it is 5-0 Travs. A win by the Travelers or a loss by the Naturals will give Arkansas the division title. Here's Fuller, and the pitch is slow and low. Ball 1. Fuller popped up a bunt attempt in the second inning, his first at-bat since Saturday. Now the 1-0. And there's a fastball inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Clay entered the game batting .225. He is now 0 for 6 on the road trip. Cox backs up at third. Here's the 2-0. Fouled off the body, strike 1. Fuller and Traveler pitching coach Brandon Emanuel made their pilgrimage to Bass Pro Shops today. Anytime the Travs come to Springfield, you can rest assured those 2 guys are going to Bass Pro. It is a mecca of sorts for them. The 2-1 pitch. Ball high and outside, and it's 3-1. Or it is like Cooperstown to baseball fans. Bass Pro Shops. It's only a couple miles away from the ballpark. The 3-1 pitch. Fuller foul tips. And the count 3-2. Kopp has really established a rhythm now ever since he got angry. He's been trying to work quicker throughout the ball game, but even when he started to get upset, he was working much more quicker, if that was even possible. 3-2 to count, 2 outs, and no one on for Clay Fuller. Mike Trout would be the next batter. Kopp thus far has struck out 1. He's walked 1 as well. He delivers, and Fuller foul tips it, held on by Perez. Strike 3. Another Traveler run comes on a leadoff homer by Matt Cusick. And at the end of 2.5 innings at Hammons Field in Springfield, the Travs 5 and the Cardinals nothing on Sports Animal 920.
Rates, policy forms, and availability vary by state. Did you know that life insurance rates are near record lows? If you own life insurance or are thinking of buying any, why spend more than you have to? I'm Byron Udell, founder of AccuQuote. Since 1986, we've helped hundreds of thousands of people just like you save a fortune on their life insurance. Here's how we do it. We monitor the products offered by dozens of the most well-respected brand-name life insurance companies you trust so that you get the lowest rates. For example, a healthy 40-year-old can buy $500,000 of 10-year level term for less than $21 a month. 20 and 30-year rates are also available. And don't forget to ask us about the new term life plans that guarantee your money back even if you don't die. Take 5 minutes and call AccuQuote for your free quote at 800-654-2075. Find out how much you can save on your life insurance. Call AccuQuote today at 800-654-2075. That's 800-654-2075.
You can listen to Jim Rome at 11 and the Arkansas Travelers right now on Sports Animal 920.
A simply fantastic start to this ball game. Couldn't have asked for anything better. The Travelers needing a win to clinch the division on their own right. And they have 5 runs before the Cardinals come up for a 3rd time. And Christian Scholl back to the mound facing Nick Punto. At the top of the batting order, the Cardinal DH takes a first pitch ball outside. 1-0. Scholl has pitched around 3 base hits and 1 hit batsman, leaving 3. 1 other man caught stealing. 1-0 pitch to Punto. A high pop into shallow center. Brings out the middle infielders. Now Mike Trout. Nobody called it. It lands, and Punto's on base. Nobody wanted to call that ball. The 3 fielders that went after it, Perez, Cusick, and Trout, all thought that the other one was going to make the play. Nobody called it, and by the time they realized no one was going after it, it was too late. So credit Punto with a cheap base hit. Base hit number 4 for the Cardinals, and the last thing you want to happen is for the door to get opened up even a little bit for Springfield. We've seen how quickly they can score with 14 runs last night on 6 homers. Here's Ryan Jackson. He homered last night and is singled today. Infield would love to turn 2. Punto has a short lead at first. Scholl's first pitch. There's a strike on a curveball at the belt. 0-1. That's a pretty rare situation where Trout did not take command in that situation. The center fielder usually is the quarterback on a little pop into the shallow outfield grass. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Jackson lines it the other way, and that slice is foul. Takes a bounce in front of the home bullpen, off of the retaining wall, and right in front of Angel Castillo, who will toss it to the Springfield ball dude. There's one thing about Trout that's it's really fascinating to see him play center. He takes command. And it's not that he'll cut in front of his corner outfielders, but he knows how to play center field and how to communicate. And that ball dropping in seemed to, more than anything, be about a lack of communication. 2 strikes to count on Jackson. Scholl delivers a high fastball, and Jackson takes 1-2. And a lot of times you'll see arms waving, guys with their mouths open, saying something to the other fielder. Nobody had their arms up. Didn't look like anybody was talking. 1-2 to count. Scholl's pitch is lifted to left. Clay Fuller is right there. He hauls in the first out and sends Punto back into first. With 1 on and 1 out, Eric Duncan comes up. The Cardinals had a real chance in the first inning when Punto and Jackson each stroked singles before Scholl retired a batter. There were runners at first and third with no outs when Scholl started to bounce back by striking Duncan out, which was a great achievement because Duncan's been killing the ball of late. Duncan, who was dropped by the Los Angeles Dodgers at spring training this year. He was hitting in the 100s in late May and has seen his batting average get pushed up to 261 of late and really turned it on during the month of June. 318 batting average over the 17 games this month with 5 homers. Here's the pitch. Changeup. Ball outside. So Duncan struck out on 5 pitches in the first inning, and most of those pitches were slow. Scholl only gave him 1 fastball, and everything else was low and slow. 1-0 the count, 1 out. Punto a short lead again. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and he's got Duncan really fooled on these changeups. 1 ball, 1 strike. Northwest Arkansas has a lead of 5-0 at Tulsa, as the Travelers lead this one 5-0 as well. Both teams getting good starts on this all-important last day of the half. Ball and a strike to Duncan. Scholl ready to work. He delivers. Fastball high. 2-1. The last time the division race came down to the last day, it was June of 2008, and it was these teams, Travelers and Springfield. The Cardinals had a 1-game lead the last day of the half, and the Travelers and Cardinals engaged in a game for the ages. Here's a 2-1. Duncan out in front of that change, another foul tip, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. In that ball game, all the Travelers needed was a win, and due to a series of tiebreakers, they were going to be the division champions if they won that game. They trailed early 4-0, managed to come back, get within a run of the 9th inning when they were down to their final strike. A home run by Michael Collins tied it up. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Duncan fouls it over the third base seats, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Cardinals were going to score 2 runs at the top of the 11th, only to see the Travs have the quickest 3-run rally that you'll ever see. He won that division on a bases-loaded single by Adam Greenberg and touched off the biggest party we've ever seen at Dickey Stevens Park. And the Cardinals trying to spoil the Travs this time around. Here's the 2-2 to Duncan. He lines a base hit to right field. Right in front of Punto, who holds at second base. Angel Castillo will lob it back. And Duncan collects the Cardinals' 5th base hit. That brings Stephen Hill. The tiebreaker that the Travelers won that championship on was actually the second tiebreaker. Back then, the first tiebreaker was straight up head-to-head. And since the Travs and Cardinals split their first half series in 2008, the second tiebreaker was the division record. And the Travelers had a slightly better division record than the Cardinals did, so they won the half. Well, the next time the league met in the offseason, they changed the tiebreaker. Hill lines one foul, pulls a fastball into the last section down the third base line. Strike 1. Hill struck out his first time up, and he has 9 at-bats in a row without a hit, 5 out and strikes. The new tiebreaker, and we've talked about this quite a bit the last week, doesn't matter head-to-head record, doesn't matter division record. First half tiebreaker is the first time the teams that tied are meeting in the second half. A little confusing, right? Here's the 0-1 to Hill. Lines it, past third, down the line, a base hit. A 1-out base hit will bring Punto home. Duncan running to third, and he'll stop there. Posts into second base. Stephen Hill has an RBI double, and the Cardinals are on the board. It looked like Hill was right on it, as Scholl's first pitch was lined foul. The second pitch hit very hard, nearly on the third base line. For Hill, his 24th run batted in, double number 5. This brings Brandon Emanuel out of the dugout. Travs cannot afford for Scholl to fail to get through 3 innings. They absolutely must get 3 innings from him. The next man up will be Zach Cox. Everybody in the bullpen is available. And there's a very good chance that the first reliever out will be Luke Van Mill, due to the fact that Van Mill has been a solid long man. Wouldn't be surprised to see Mike Piazza come out and pitch, although he faced only one batter in a week. Brandon Emanuel said he was impressed with how he threw to the one batter last night. Certainly we expect to see David Carpenter, the brand new pitcher who joined the team from Inland Empire today. And if the Travs lead the game in the 8th, and it's close, then Ryan Brazier might come out for 2 innings. Here's Zach Cox, 2nd and 3rd. This is a very big inning. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball right side, scooped out by Cusick. He throws to first, retiring Cox. But Duncan trots in from third base, and the Cardinals have their 2nd run. RBI number 9 for Cox. He moves Hill to 3rd. But 2 runs on 3 base hits in the Cardinal 3rd inning. And the Traveler lead is now 5-2. Brings Alex Castellanos. Castellanos was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. Just a graze on his jersey. And then later caught stealing at second base for the first time this year. Runner at 3rd. 2 outs. Scholl tries to keep it a 3-run lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on, base hit over third base. And the Cardinals get their 3rd run. Castellanos rounding and holding with a 2-out RBI single. And this is no longer a comfortable Traveler lead. Now the Cardinals have the tying run coming up. First run batted in for Castellanos in a while. It's been 8 games. And the Cards have a 3-run rally going in the 3rd inning. 4 base hits and totals off of Scholl are 3 runs, 7 hits. Everything's earned. And here is Chris Swager. They went 17 pitches in the 2nd, and Scholl struck him out of the last pitch. Here's the first one here. Outside, ball 1. Jacobo tries to keep Castellanos close to first. Cusick deep at 2nd. Traveler left side of the infield, plays up the middle. And the 1-0. Line foul. Swager's right on it. He pulled it between Philip Wellman and the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scholl does appear to be tiring, and part of that might be because of Swager's at-bat last inning. Christian has thrown 59 pitches. 17 of them to Swager in the 2nd. Here's the 1-1. Bounce it up. It's blocked by Rosario, but that does not keep Castellanos to first. He was off on the first moment the ball hit the dirt, and he coasts into second base on a wild pitch. So the count is 2-1. Christian's first wild pitch of the year. Now the Cardinals are a base hit away from getting within 1 run. Swager is 20 for 41 against the Travs, just a little bit under 500. Time granted to the batter. Swager never steps out of the box. Stays right in there. Scholl trying to get out of this 3rd. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swager reaches out and hits a drive to center field. Mike Trout's got it measured. He makes the catch just short of the warning track, and the side's retired. Cardinals get back into it, though. 3 runs on 4 base hits. They strand a man. And with 3 innings down, it looks like we are in for a barn burner tonight. Travs 5, Cardinals 3, going to the 4th on the Sports Animal.
This is Dan Tullis, and I just called
Joel Clark,
one of Select Quote Insurance Services' term life agents.
Hi, Mr. Tullis.
Joel, how does Select Quote save you money on term life insurance?
Well, buying term life insurance is all about choosing the right company. Let's say you take antidepressants or you smoke. All insurance companies are going to price that differently. We'll impartially shop all the companies we represent to find you the best price.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. I just got a man, 40 years old, who takes blood pressure medication
Call 1-800-928-6929 and see how affordable term life insurance can be. That's 1-800-928-6929. 1-800-928-6929. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Listen to JT the Brick after midnight. Right now, the Arkansas Travelers on Sports Animal 920.
Cardinals certainly got a bit fired up, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the third. So that gets them back into the ball game. And it is 5-3 our score. Travs lead by 2 as we open up the fourth against David Kopp. Top of the batting order, Mike Trout, Darwin Perez, and Luis Jimenez. All facing Kopp, who's had a rough go of it. We'll be getting through the totals in a moment. Here's the first pitch to Trout. Shows bunt and takes a fastball for a strike. Kopp, he got upset after allowing a Matt Cusick third-inning leadoff home run. Started to pitch with more confidence, and he got 3 outs in a row after that. Now he bounces a fastball to Trout, and it's a 1-1 count. Mike is 1 for 2. A strikeout of the first inning, but an infield single in the second. Later scored on the base hit by Perez. Kopp brings the 1-1 to Trout, and he takes strike 2. Slider inside corner. Kopp has struck out 2 batters. He's hit 2 men, walked 1, and mixed in a wild pitch. Here's the 1-2 to Trout. Low and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 76 pitches thrown by David Kopp. Both starting pitchers been working very hard. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Trout, a good swing, but a foul. A fastball that put a home run cut on it. Just missed driving it. Wind dying down as the sun sets here at Hammons Field. Lights are up, slowly taking effect. And a few more minutes of daylight left. And the temperature's falling. Here's the 2-2 to Trout. A hard chopper to short. That backs up Jackson. Quick throw to first in time. It's a fine play by the Cardinals shortstop. Tough bounce. A 2-hopper that was hit with authority. And Jackson took a step and a half back. So that makes it a longer throw. And with Trout's speed, he had no chance to set his feet. But Ryan Jackson has very quick hands. Uses that to get the leadoff batter. 1 down as Darwin Perez stands in. For the Travs, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They've left 4. Cardinals have managed 3 runs on 7 hits with an error, leaving 4. Darwin takes a fastball low, ball 1. Travs got a run in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. Springfield scoring all 3 of their runs in the bottom of the third. And the 1-0 is outside. Perez is 1 for 2. He grounded to the mound in the first inning. Stroked an RBI single in the second that knocked in Alberto Rosario. The throwing error from the right fielder is what brought Trout home. Now the 2-0 pitch. And a fastball's at the knees. Strike 1. On deck is Luis Jimenez. Perez with 9 hits over the road trip. They're all singles and 5 runs batted in. Nobody on base, so he looks to set up Jimenez. Roberto Lopez would be the cleanup man. Here's the 2-1. Fouled away off the fists. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Travs got a solo homer from Jimenez in the first. 3 runs in the second. 2 of them scored on that single by Perez and the error by Castellanos. Another on a wild pitch, and then the home run by Cusick led off the third, which built the Travs a 5-0 lead. Now that lead is down to 2. 1 out, no one on for Perez. Here's the 2-2 from Kopp, and it's lined for a base hit to left. Picked up by Swagger on the second hop, and Darwin Perez has hits in his last 2 at-bats. The Cardinals scored all 3 of their runs in the third. RBI double by Stephen Hill, a run-scoring ground-out by Zach Cox, and a ribby single from Alex Castellanos. Our scoring recap brought to you by Superior Hyundai in Conway. That's where you find the best possible deal on any brand-new Hyundai vehicle, but check out the 2011 Sonata. Loaded with options starting at $18,997. Only at Superior Hyundai at the Oak Street exit in Conway. Ball up here to Jimenez, and it's 1-0 in the Traveler third baseman. Lucho homered in the first, and he got hit by a pitch in the second. Now the 1-0. Inside and high. Trying to come on that hands again. 2 balls, no strikes on Jimenez. Roberto Lopez on deck. 1 on, 1 out. Darwin Perez collects the Trav's 7th base hit, so that matches the Cardinal hit total. Here's the 2-0. Swung on, a looper to right center, going to fall for a base hit to the gap. Perez on his horse to third. Castellanos barehands, throws to third. That's not in time. Jimenez into second safely. That's the second poor choice by Alex Castellanos. Did not have much of a chance to get Perez at third base. There was no cutoff man, and the long throw allows Jimenez to easily get to second. So Lucho is 2 for 2. He gets a single out of that. There is action in the Cardinal bullpen. They have a right-hander getting warm. And the batter is Roberto Lopez. Lopez looks like he's going to be intentionally walked. They would rather load the bases for Gabe Jacobo. Set up a double play. Brett Zawacki is warming up in the Springfield bullpen. Zawacki just came back from Single A Palm Beach earlier today. And as the intentional walk of Roberto Lopez is complete, let's see if they stick with David Kopp or go to Zawacki. They send the pitching coach out. There goes Brian Eversgerd on a slow walk to the mound. It gives Zawacki a few extra moments to continue to warm up. Checking our out-of-town scores, Northwest Arkansas looks like they're blowing Tulsa out. It's 6-0 Naturals in the 5th. Anthony Saratelli brings in Northwest Arkansas' 6th run with a solo homer. And the Naturals out hitting Tulsa 10-1. Over at Corpus Christi, San Antonio is even with the Hooks at 6-6. A home run by Vince Belnomi, the Mission's first baseman, of his 14th. Blake Ducote hit his 9th. J.D. Martinez went deep for the Hooks, his 4th. Wild game this afternoon at Frisco. Midland blew a 9-0 lead. The Rough Riders tied the game in the 7th. And then Midland scores in the 8th to win 10-9. That's what's going on around the Texas League. And now here is Gabe Jacobo getting a bases-loaded chance. And the wind-up, Kopp deals. That is swung on, lifted high and deep to left center. Back it goes, all the way to the wall. It is gone! Gabe Jacobo's hit a grand slam here in the 4th. A first pitch grand slam after Roberto Lopez was intentionally walked to bring the slumping Jacobo to the plate. And he goes deep for the 5th time this year. There are 5 travelers waiting for Jacobo at home plate, all with high fives and fist pounds. And the score is 9-3. And that is the end of the rope for David Kopp. He is done. A grand slam by Gabe Jacobo. And the Travs knock out David Kopp in the 4th. Call to the bullpen presented by AT&T. To find what you're looking for in Central Arkansas, there are more ways to search than ever before. Like the Real Yellow Pages, YP.com, and YP.com on your mobile. Only from AT&T. 9-3 Travs, back after 60 on the Sports Animal.
Behind everything you're searching for is something you're actually looking for. When you flip through the Real Yellow Pages for a plumber, you're actually looking to reclaim your home from a renegade faucet. It's not just getting directions to a tailor with YP.com. It's looking your best for an interview. And it's more than finding a mechanic with YP.com on your mobile. It's getting your road trip back on track. Whatever it might be, there are more ways to search and more ways to find exactly what you're looking for with the Real Yellow Pages, YP.com, and YP.com on your mobile. Only from AT&T.
It's year 5 at Dickey Stevens Park, and your Arkansas Travelers have another awesome season filled with fun, food, and fastball.
The Travs are home for 4 games the last weekend of June, starting with the Patriotic Cap giveaway on Friday, June 24th. And the first 4,000 fans Saturday the 25th and Monday the 27th get entered into a raffle for a pair of authentic Ray Weather Field grandstand seats.
$6 for adults, $4 for kids. More fun than you can shake a stick at. Or a 34-ounce bat. Call 664-1555 or go to Trav.com.
Hi, Sean Arnell from the Sean and Wally Show. You're listening to Traveler Baseball right here on Sports Animal 920, online, sportsanimal920.com.
9 runs on the scoreboard, and there's only 1 out in the Traveler half of the 4th inning. They have knocked out David Kopp after the grand slam by Gabe Jacobo. And the new pitcher is right-hander Brett Zawacki. The grand slam is the Travs' 4th of the year. Jacobo's 5th home run gives him 17 runs batted in. He'd gone 9 games without an RBI. During that stretch, Jacobo was 3 for 31 with 10 strikeouts. His 3 hits were singles. He has 2 hits today and gets a bases loaded chance and goes deep. How do you like that? So the new pitcher is Zawacki. Here's the line on David Kopp. Not pretty. 3 in the 3rd innings. Kopp is charged with 9 runs, and they're all earned, off 9 base hits, including 3 homers, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And now Zawacki, who recently came back up from the Cardinals single-A affiliate in Palm Beach, he will work to Matt Cusick, who homered last inning. And the first pitch is taken at the knees for a strike. Zawacki had made 9 appearances at Palm Beach with a .355 earned run average. And now he deals. And the 1-0 is hit deep to left down the line by Cusick. That would be a long ball if it's fair. It is foul. It got over the fence, but foul by 2 feet. And instead of back-to-back homers, and the second one for Cusick, that is strike 2 instead. Numbers for Zawacki here at Double-A. And this is his 10th appearance with the Cardinals. He started the season at Double-A and then was sent to Single-A after compiling an ERA over 10. 0-2 the count on Cusick. Nobody on, 1 out. The pitch is lifted deep again by Cusick. And again, if it's fair, it's gone. The ball is foul again. A little bit further foul this time. Maybe another 2 feet. But Matt Cusick is that close twice. Who knew? Cusick has 2 homers on this road trip, and they've both been crushed. A line drive over the right field fence at One Oak Field on Sunday. A high arcing shot in the 3rd inning earlier today. And now Zawacki brings in the next pitch. Cusick tries a check swing, and he held back. A low changeup makes the count 1-2. Zawacki has 2 wins but 1 loss here at Springfield. His ERA at 10.38. He was actually cruising along nicely with an ERA under 3 for the first month. And boy, did that ERA balloon over just 2 appearances. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt, and the count even on Cusick. The last appearance Zawacki made with Springfield was May 8th, right here at Hammons Field against the Travs. And he gave up 5 runs, retiring only 1 batter in a 9th inning when the Travs rallied behind to score 8 and eventually won the game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Cusick strikes out. Chased the pitch in the dirt. Perez digs it out. Throws down the line to first. And there's 2 away. So the 2 outs here in the 4th and nobody on for Angel Castillo. Zawacki served up a grand slam, or it was a home run, pardon me, to Mike Trout, a 2-run homer in that 9th inning. And he eventually took the loss and was sent down the next day. Now it's Castillo, who has flied out and grounded a short. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a chopper to the left side, got off of Cox's glove as he lunged for the ball, and he deflects it past the shortstop for a base hit to left. First base hit for Castillo, and he can thank Zach Cox for it. Didn't appear that Cox had much of a play. Perhaps Ryan Jackson could have made a play at short. Would have been a long throw. Well, we will never know. That is the 10th base hit for the Travelers. And now it is Alberto Rosario batting. The pitch is a fastball strike. And the count 0-1. What a rough outing for David Kopp. And he showed a lot of frustration after throwing behind Angel Castillo in the 3rd. 0-1 pitch to Rosario is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Travs got pretty mad at him, and the best way to get revenge, if that's what you're looking for, is to do it between the lines. And a grand slam ought to do it. Maybe a 1-1. Throw to first instead and chase back his Castillo. 9-3 score. Travs by 6 here in the fourth. This has already been back and forth. The Travs led 5-0. The Cardinals scored 3 runs to get within 2. And now the Travs have 4 in the fourth to lead by 6, their biggest lead. Rosario takes a curve low and away, and they count 2-1. He is 1 for 2, singled and scored in the second. Rosario now has a base hit in 5 straight games. The set by Zawacki, the pitch. Line deep to left, down the corner. The ball's not a chance. It is a foul ball. Goodness gracious, Alberto Rosario nearly hit his second home run all time at Double-A. And it got out in a hurry. A low line drive that cleared the fence with a lot of room to spare. The plate umpire made the call. And it was tough to tell from here, but nobody argues from the Travelers side of things, so it must have been foul. 2-2 on Rosario. Zawacki's pitch. There goes Castillo. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Throw to second. Doesn't matter, as that is out number 3. So the Travs scored 4 in the fourth on the Gabe Jacobo home run, the grand slam, or as my good friend R.J. Hawk likes to say, the slammer-amaroo. That's 4 runs on 4 base hits and 1 left. At the end of 3.5 innings, Travs 9, Cardinals 3.
Homeowners, the mortgage market is starting to move, but the good news is rates are still incredibly low. Don't miss this opportunity to refinance your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans at 888-249-1425. Quicken Loans is America's home loan experts, closing 1 million home loans over 25 years. And recently, J.D. Power & Associates ranked Quicken Loans highest in customer satisfaction in primary mortgage origination. Find out how quick and easy it is to refinance with Quicken Loans. Call right now for a free rate quote and see how much Quicken Loans can lower your monthly payment. Call 888-249-1425. That's 888-249-1425. For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. Nationwide mortgage licensing system number 3030. That's Quicken Loans. 888-249-1425. 888-249-1425.
Are you ready to do something about your high credit card debt? Tired of paying double-digit interest rates, late fees, over-limit fees? It's time to stop the madness. Get out of debt the safe and affordable way with Credit Card Relief. With Credit Card Relief, there are no upfront fees, no monthly maintenance fees, and no settlement fees. You don't pay anything until a debt is settled, all with a 90-day money-back guarantee. That's Credit Card Relief, managed by local attorneys in state, with workout plans tailored to your debt situation. Get out of debt in months instead of years, all while saving thousands in future bank fees. Call the original Credit Card Relief, where the consultation is free and the results are real.
Call 866-290-8282. Not available in all states. That's Credit Card Relief. 866-290-8282. 866-290-8282.
Hi, Sean Arnell from the Sean and Wally Show. You're listening to Traveler Baseball right here on Sports Animal 920, online, sportsanimal920.com.
So the Travs, they're doing what the Cardinals did last night, score on home runs, lots of them. The Travs are halfway to the home run total the Cardinals put up last night, but they've done that through just 4 times at the plate. 9-3 the score. Travs lead by 6, their largest of the game. Christian Scholl is back out after struggling through the 3rd inning. He'll pitch in the 4th. And the Cards have the catcher Audrey Perez leading off. Scholl ready for the first pitch to the number 8 batter. And here it is. He throws it into the dirt for ball 1. Well, the Travs can get one more inning out of Scholl. They'll feel confident. Luke Van Mill is warming up in the visiting bullpen. Perez doubled his 1 time up. Power hitting catcher. And he swings and fouls the 1-0 fastball. And it's blooped off the top of the wall that holds up the suites here and bounces back into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike on Audrey Perez. Scholl has thrown 63 pitches. They won't let him go any further than 80. 4 innings is going to be his wall today. Here's the 1-1. Perez fouls it up and over the first base dugout. Strike 2. DeMarcus Ingram is on deck, then Nick Punto. Scholl pitched around 3 hits and a hit batsman in the first 2 innings. The Cardinals tagged him in the third for 3 runs and 4 base hits. 1-2 to Perez. Downstairs, and the count is 2-2. Scholl's got 4 strikeouts. Hasn't walked a batter, thrown 1 wild pitch, hit a man. Ready for the 2-2 to Audrey Perez. He swings a ground ball, diving stop by Jimenez at third. He is up, he throws, he gets him at first. Fantastic play by Luis Jimenez. Talked about it yesterday. He is a very good third baseman. And Lucho just this year is starting to get back to playing third base on a more consistent basis after sitting out the 2009 season due to a shoulder injury. And the Angels brought him along slowly in the field last year, but he looks like a very solid third baseman. DeMarcus Ingram, the batter, and the first pitch. There's a strike from Scholl, threw him that soft changeup. Ingram was the last batter that Scholl struck out. Got him swinging on 3 pitches in the second inning. Here's the set, and the 0-1. Just a bit outside, threw a curveball to Ingram. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scholl trying to max out at 4 innings, which is what he gave the Travs in his only other start. The 1-1 pitch, and Ingram takes a ball outside again, 2-1. Really something when you look at a minor league baseball season, especially with all the doubleheaders the Travs have dealt with. They haven't had more than 1 other spot start by a reliever. Usually by now they've had 5 or 6. The 2-1 is high, and Ingram had 3-1. But because of the Travs piggyback rotation with Taylor and McKiernan, the guys who pitched last night and struggled, they've always had a starting pitcher, so they've never had to use just Johnny Bullpen for more than 1 other game. Ingram swings and fouls back a fastball. He got a good one to hit there, but unable to put it into play. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the number 9 batter, and Nick Punto waiting next. It's pretty rare to actually have 6 starting pitchers in the ball club, and that's the Travs have going in the first half. Maybe things will change in the second half, though. Here's the 3-2. Ingram pops it into shallow right field. Angel Castillo is right there, and he makes the play. And 2 outs in the Cardinal fourth brings us to Punto at the top of the batting order. This might be Punto's last time up. Last night, he was pulled after a 3rd at-bat. And the Cardinals used their usual designated hitter, Jermaine Curtis, for the last 2 at-bats for the DH spot. And Curtis drove in 3 runs with those 2 at-bats, a home run and a single. Well, here's Punto. The pitch is just a touch outside, 1-0. Singles in the first and third innings by Nick Punto. He was 0 for 3 yesterday. First year with the Cardinals, signed as a free agent during the offseason. Here's the 1-0. Check the swing outside, ball 2. Punto played shortstop, second base, and third base for the Minnesota Twins for a few years. Known as a fantastic glove man who has struggled with the bat and was signed to back up as utility man for Tony La Russa. The 2-0 is outside, ball 3. Cardinals have made a switch up at the Major League roster today, pulling former Springfield first baseman Mark Hamilton up from Memphis. We saw Hamilton with Springfield part of last year and 2 years ago. And he'll be starting now in place of Albert Pujols. Punto takes a strike, and it's 3-1. Hamilton was hitting over 300 at Memphis. But, well, Albert Pujols is one of those batters. Doesn't matter who you put in there. You just cannot replace a bat like that, or really a presence in the lineup. Here's a 3-1. Punto hits a drive to straightaway center. Didn't get all of it, though. Trout sets up in front of the warning track, reaches up and makes the catch. And Christian Scholl, in what probably is his last inning of the game, throws a perfect 4th inning. Just what the doctor ordered. So we'll go to the top of the 5th at Hammons Field. Travs 9, Cardinals 3.
Do you have a disability that prevents you from working? Then you may be entitled to collect thousands of dollars of Social Security benefits. If you've been medically disabled for at least 12 months and previously worked 5 of the last 10 years, you may qualify to receive thousands of dollars paid directly to you every month. Just call Disability Benefits Alliance at 1-877-941-8822. Disability Benefits Alliance can cut through government red tape and help you receive Social Security disability benefits. Even if you've been denied before, call now. There's no cost to you until your benefits are approved. If a disability prevents you from working, get the money you deserve. Call Disability Benefits Alliance for a free consultation. Call now. 1-877-941-8822. 1-877-941-8822. That's 1-877-941-8822.
This is Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Sports Animal 920. Online at sportsanimal920.com.
Dusk settles into the Ozarks here in Springfield, Missouri. A beautiful Tuesday night of the first day of summer. And the Travelers on the last day of the first half, needing a win to clinch the North Division Championship, have a 9-3 lead over the Cardinals as we open up the 5th. And back to the mound is Springfield reliever Brett Zawacki. He got the final 2 outs of the 4th inning. And leading off is Clay Fuller. He'll take a first pitch fastball for strike 1. Travs have scored at least a run in every inning. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, a run in the third, 4 in the 4th. Fuller takes inside. 1-1. He's 0 for 2. Pop-up bunt, strikeout for Fuller. And here we are. It's only the 5th inning. Fuller is the only traveler in the lineup who has yet to reach base. 1-1, down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Stars offensively, at least to this point for the Travs, certainly Gabe Jacobo, 2 hits, a grand slam, 4 RBIs. Here's the 2-1. And Fuller takes ball 3 away. 3-1 the count. Darwin Perez has 2 hits, an RBI, 2 runs scored. Lucho Jimenez has homered amongst his 2 base hits. The 3-1 is a high strike on a fastball to Fuller. Trout and Perez also due to bat here in the Traveler 5th. 9 runs on 10 base hits for the Travs. Here's the payoff. Fuller hits it back of the mound. And Zawacki will take it halfway to first before flipping. And he gets Fuller for out number 1. Well, the Angels in action today against the Florida Marlins. Angels last night beat them. I believe that was the 19th loss in 20 games for Florida. Angels won the game 2-1, and today they trail the Marlins 3-0, top of the 8th in Miami. Gabby Sanchez, a home run, his 13th. There's Trout with a drive to the gap in right center. That is down and all the way through. Michael Trout on his way to second base. Trout rounding second, trying for third. Trout on his way to third. The throw, he is safe. Mike Trout collects his 9th 3-base hit of the season. Once it goes to that gap, we're all thinking triple. I mean, a lot of people will be surprised watching Mike this year if he would stop at second base. He never even thought about stopping at second. The Travs' 11th base hit. Trout second. Brings Darwin Perez. The Cardinals don't have much of a choice. They got to play for the out at home. And here's Darwin Perez with singles his last 2 trips. RBI base hit in the second inning to right field. And he hit a single in the 4th to left, later scoring on the Jacobo grand slam. Infielders all the way up. Here's the stretch. Zawacki checks Trout. Now the pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle, a base hit. Trout scores. And the Travs lead 10-3. Third hit for Perez in his last 3 at-bats. His 32nd run batted in. How about this offense today? Travs still have another 4 times to the plate. They have 10 runs on 12 base hits. You think this is a team that wants a division championship? Certainly looks like it. The batter is Luis Jimenez. So Trout has scored twice. 55 runs on the year now for Trout. And Lucho nearly gets hit. He does get hit. It was a changeup and did not appear to be intentional. Brandon Mission, though, looked like he got a cat call from Bill Mosiello. Mosiello, being a stickler for the rules, might be asking, why did you not eject him after he hit a batter and you've worn the benches? So Jimenez has reached base 4 times today. A home run and a single, and twice getting hit by a pitch. So here's Lopez, and he's been aboard 3 times as well without a hit. First delivery is outside. Lopez walked in the first inning. He was hit by a pitch in the second, and then was intentionally passed in the fourth to load the bases. And boy, was that a mistake, because the next pitch, in fact, was launched by Gabe Jacobo for a grand slam. Perez at second, Jimenez at first. Well, the Travs getting a lot from the top of the batting order today. And again, out of the 9 starters, 8 have reached. The 1-0. Downstairs, ball 2 on Roberto Lopez. Luke Van Mill continues to warm in the Travs bullpen. Looks like he'll be coming on to pitch the bottom of the 5th. Travs lead by 7. Or would they like some more? Here's the 2-0. Big swing, but a foul over the screen. Settles into the sweets. Strike 1. Continuing a check of the Major League scores. There was a rain out today at Cincinnati. The Yankees and the Reds rained out at Great American Ballpark. Final from Atlanta. Braves beat the Blue Jays 5-1. Brian McCann at his 12th homer. Here's a comebacker past him out. Off the diving glove of the second baseman into center field. Perez scores from second base. On to third goes Jimenez. And the Travs lead it 11-3. Credit Lopez with a base hit and a run batted in. Ground ball past the mound. The second baseman, Duncan, dove for the ball. All they could do was deflect it into the outfield. So now out of the 2, 3, and 4 spots of the batting order, and we're getting choosy here because just about everybody's been aboard tonight. So the 2, 3, and 4 batters have reached base 11 times in 12 at-bats, or 12 tries. Here's Jacobo, a big chopper through the hole at short. Base hit for Jacobo. He drives in his 5th as Jimenez scores. And the Travs lead by 9. It is a Carousel Tuesday here at Hammons Field for the Arkansas Travelers. And Mom's got a lot of quarters. Matt Cusick, the batter. 5 in a row have reached. There's only 1 out. Runners at first and second. And Zawacki delivers a fastball for strike 1. Zawacki, a dazed boxer at the moment. And it already feels like the Travs have delivered the knockout blow. So they'd love to just keep adding on. Here's the 0-1. Cusick drives the ball. Right field, but right at Castellanos. He leaps to make the catch. Lopez tags from second base, and he'll go to third. Another well-hit ball by Matt Cusick, but that's the 3rd out he makes. The one time he reached, he homered leading off the 3rd inning. That'll bring on El Castillo. Nobody warming up in the Cardinal bullpen. Well, now as I say that, the phone rang. Forgot for a moment that this ballpark, Hammons Field, has the single loudest bullpen phone in all of baseball. You can hear that phone ring in St. Louis. And a lefty begins to warm up. And here is Castillo. The pitch is inside. 1-0 on Angel Castillo. He has a single back in the 4th, which prolonged his hitting streak, which is now at 9 games. 1 for 3 on the day. He's the 8th batter of the inning and the 16th man to come up in the last 2 innings. Pitch swung on, hit in the air to right center. That brings Ingram on the run, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Another big inning for the Travs. 3 runs come home on 4 more base hits. 2 left. And we are only halfway through this ball game. Middle of the 5th, 12-3. Travelers over the Cardinals on the Sports Animal.
Your hometown sports station, AM 920 KARN Little Rock. All sports, all the time.
Don't just dream about a brighter future. Go for it. If you want to pursue a career involving technology, look to a leader in technology education. ITT Technical Institute. ITT Tech offers career-focused programs in electronics technology, information technology, and drafting and design. Call 800-741-5123. You can develop knowledge and skills that you can use to pursue opportunities in a variety of career fields. ITT Tech's programs are designed to give you practical, real-world experience. Classes in day or evening courses meet just a few days each week. Career services are available for students and graduates, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. Would a career involving technology make your dreams come true? Call ITT Tech right now for more information. Call 800-741-5123. 800-741-5123. That's 800-741-5123.
This is Bill Mosiello, and you're listening to Travs Baseball on Sports Animal 920.
Well, the Travs have done a lot of work over the first 4.5 innings of this ball game. Lots of work at the plate, to be specific. And what they've been doing is working to a 12-3 lead. They've scored in every half inning that they've come up, with the biggest inning being in the 4th, highlighted by Gabe Jacobo's grand slam. Jacobo's driven in 5 runs. And the Travelers enjoying a 12-3 lead. And the relief pitcher on the mound now after Christian Scholl gives exactly what the Travs wanted, at least 4 innings. Luke Van Mill takes over in the 5th. And the plan would be for Van Mill to go the next at least 2 innings, maybe 3. The tall Dutchman out of Oss, Netherlands. He's been pitching very well of late. And the first man he faces is Ryan Jackson. Luke's first pitch, a fastball inside. Well, the numbers on Scholl, 3 runs over 4 innings. They're all earned. 7 base hits. A hit batsman, a wild pitch, and 4 strikeouts. He gets a no decision today. Van Mills 1-0 to Jackson. Is fouled off the right side for strike 1. This is Luke's 12th appearance in relief. 1 win, 2 losses. And his ERA at .350. He was the losing pitcher on Friday night, allowing a 13th inning home run by Bronson Sardina. 1-1. Jackson yanks it deep to left field. Back goes Fuller at the wall. He leaps. He's got it. Great catch. Wouldn't have been a home run. It would have hit the fence, and Fuller seemed to know that he had an easy try at it as long as he timed his leap the right way. And Mike Trout and Fuller joking about that catch after Fuller just kind of nudged his shoulder into the railing by the Arkansas bullpen. We'll give him a star for that. Well hit ball there by Jackson. He's been crushing. He's 1 for 3, but everything he's hit has been hit hard. Now Eric Duncan comes up. Duncan singled and scored in the 3rd. Scholl struck him out of the 1st. Van Mill fires a fastball, strike 1. Well, Luke is a perfect pitcher for a spot like this. He averages 1 2/3 innings per appearance, and there have been 3 games this year where he's gone either 3 innings or just short of 3 innings. 1 strike pitch. Duncan hits a high fly ball. That's deep into right center, and it looks like it's going to get out. Eric Duncan is homer. Eric Duncan now has 5 home runs his last 5 games. And this power surge has come out of nearly nowhere. He had hit only 2 home runs in his first 45 games of the year. Someone's eating their Wheaties. So you got to worry a little bit as Van Mill nearly has been taken deep twice. 7th home run, 29th RBI for Duncan, and the lead is 12-4. And now Luke to face Stephen Hill, who always has the power to go deep. The pitch is a fastball high, and 1-0 on Hill, who doubled and knocked a run home in the 3rd after striking out in the 1st. That's the 3rd home run Van Mills allowed, but the first non-walk-off home run. Here's the 1-0 to Hill. Strike on the inside, nice slider, 1-1. Van Mill allowed a game-ending home run to Kyle Blanks at San Antonio June the 2nd. That was after he'd thrown 2 2/3 scoreless. Hill swings and foul tips a slow changeup, and it's 1-2. And then last time out on Friday, after Van Mill threw 3 1/3 scoreless innings, all in extras, he allowed the walk-off homer by Sardina. Hill fouls it up and over the screens, and the count remains 1-2. So Luke has been really kind of a victim of the circumstances he's been inserted in. A long man pitching in extra innings at times, where one mistake gets you a loss. He'll try again on the 1-2 to Hill. Struck him out swinging, and there's 2 away. Van Mill threw Hill basically sliders and nothing else. Maybe a fastball or 2, but when it came down to the nitty-gritty, Hill didn't see anything straight. 2 outs in the 5th inning for Luke, his 13th strikeout over 18 2/3 innings. And Zach Cox coming out. Luke Van Mill is a 26-year-old, acquired by the Angels in a trade with Minnesota last August. He stands 7 feet 1 inch tall, 250 pounds. Zach Cox takes a fastball from Van Mill, a strike on the outside. Cox is 0 for 2. He is lined to left, produced a run batted in with a 3rd inning ground out. Luke deals the 0-1, and Cox pops it up foul and out of play down the 3rd base line. Strike 2. We had a really great chat with Van Mill on Sunday's broadcast. Had him on for the AR Health Network's pregame show. And there was a fun conversation. Here's the 0-2. And he bounces it up to Cox. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Luke is a very thoughtful guy. You know, we talked a little bit about his height. That wasn't the topic of conversation that I wanted to harp on too much. Because the fact is that although Luke is 7'1", and that's a bit of an oddity, he's a prospect, and I wanted to talk more about his pitching, but we did talk about his height. Here's the 1-2 to Cox. He struck him out swinging. Got that sharp slider working, so Van Mill battles back after the home run. The strikeout, Hill and Cox give up 1 run on 1 hit, and that is it. 5 innings are complete as we go to the 6th inning here at Hammons Field. Travs 12, Cardinals 4.
Don's Weaponry has been taking care of sportsmen for over 20 years. At Don's, you have a huge selection of new and used pistols and rifles, police trade-ins, holsters, scopes, ammo, reloading supplies, magazines, and more. 6,000 square feet of inventory, including a 7-lane pistol range open 7 days a week. Smith & Wesson, Taurus, Ruger, Kimber, Springfield Armory, Glock, Walther, and more. Stop by Don's Weaponry, 4116 East Broadway in Rose City for everything the hunter and shooter needs. Does your furnace need repair? Just go to fixitfast.servicemagic.com. Is your roof leaking? Or are you ready to replace your windows? Log on to fixitfast.servicemagic.com. Big or small, no matter what your home improvement needs. Now it's easy to find the right home pro at fixitfast.servicemagic.com. Service Magic is a free online source of licensed and insured contractors in hundreds of home improvement categories. You can have instant access to roofers, plumbers, maids, handymen, chimney sweeps, remodelers, and many other professionals. Visit fixitfast.servicemagic.com and find the right home pro for your project. It's easy and it's free, and it's the source to find neighbor-recommended contractors in your area. Now you can hire a pre-screened home pro with confidence. Go to fixitfast.servicemagic.com. It's quick, it's free, and there's no obligation. Go to fixitfast.servicemagic.com. That's fixitfast.servicemagic.com.
Check out Tony Bruno after the game, but right now, it's the Arkansas Travelers on Sports Animal 920.
Coming into the top of the 6th inning on a dark night now at Hammons Field, and things getting a little bit darker for the Cardinals as the Travelers lead this one 12-4. 3rd pitcher of the night out for Springfield. It is left-hander Nick Greenwood. He replaces Brett Zawacki. Zawacki charged with 3 runs in 1 2/3 innings. The Cardinals starter, David Kopp, gave up 9 runs in 3 1/3. And now Greenwood, who seems to be a bit of a last option, is out here to make his 30th appearance. Greenwood was cruising along with an ERA at 2.41 over his first 27 outings. The last 2 times out, both recently, he's been charged with 12 runs in 1 1/3 inning. And here's the first pitch to Alberto Rosario. He will pop it up down the left field line, and it'll go out of play for strike 1. Rosario, Fuller, and Trout, the scheduled hitters. Fuller is the only starter who has yet to reach base so far. Meanwhile, Luis Jimenez and Roberto Lopez have each reached base 4 times. Darwin Perez and Gabe Jacobo have reached 3 times each. Jacobo has 5 RBIs. Here's the 0-1 to Rosie. That is low. Rosario is 1 for 3, singled and scored in the second. He's grounded out and struck out since. Right-hand batter facing a lefty. Greenwood's changeup is lifted deep to left field. That'll send Swagger to the warning track. He's got room about 3 feet. He makes the catch, and Rosario's out number 1. Where Rosie's come close twice to a long ball. He lined a foul ball over the left field fence a couple of innings ago and later struck out. And this one caught halfway on the warning track. So the next batter is Clay Fuller. Fuller has gone 0 for 3. And the first pitch hit in the air to shallow right center. Castellanos from right is there. And there's 2 outs. Would you get the sense they'd like the next 4 innings to go by quickly? If they lead it by 8 in the 6th, and they're getting awfully aggressive. That's been the case for the entire game, though, so nothing's really changed. Top of the batting order and the 5th appearance now for Mike Trout. Trout is 2 for 4, an infield single and a triple. And he scored a couple of runs. Greenwood with 2 outs and nobody on, kicks the leg and throws inside ball 1 earlier today. And I think he just joined the team just before first pitch. Chris Pettit back with the ball club. Pettit replacing Dylan Baird on the Travs active roster. And the windup and the 1-0 to Trout is a strike with a changeup, 1-1. Well, that also means that there's an outfield spot open at AAA. With Chris Pettit no longer at Salt Lake. Here's the 1-1 to Trout. Inside ball 2. Of course, there are other outfielders up there, Jeremy Moore being one of them. Tyson Auer being another. 2-1 is a strike to Trout on the outside corner, 2-2. But Chris Pettit was also starting in the outfield, so there is an open spot up there at AAA. Who do you think gets that spot? 2-2 pitch. Trout grounds it hard right at shortstop. Jackson throws to first and gets the out. For the first time in the ballgame, the Travelers do not score. And in fact, they go down in order in the 6th. 12-4 the score, though. Travs lead this by 8. Bottom of the 6th, next on the Sports Animal.
IncomeAtHome55.com. Is it changing lives? Listen to these listeners.
I wanted a good income, but more importantly, I wanted to earn it from home and raise my own kids.
I figured that if I heard it here, it had to be legit.
I literally make money from my kitchen table.
They provide everything, even a personal business coach to help me step by step.
I started earning money right away.
Even in month 1, I made more money than I thought possible.
Between the money I'm making and the tax advantages of owning my own home business, I wish I'd discovered this years ago.
No selling soap, no pressure. You just need a computer. They bring potential customers to your kitchen table. They're A+ rated and connected to a multi-billion-dollar company. Join other listeners who are earning serious money from home, both full or part-time. They're even giving away $1,000 to someone just for checking them out. Visit IncomeAtHome55.com. IncomeAtHome55.com. IncomeAtHome55.com.
This is Dan Tullis, and I just called Joel Clark, one of Select Quote Insurance Services' term life agents.
Hi, Mr. Tullis.
Joel, how does Select Quote save you money on term life insurance?
Well, buying term life insurance is all about choosing the right company. Let's say you take antidepressants or you smoke. All insurance companies are going to price that differently. We'll impartially shop all the companies we represent to find you the best price.
Can you give me an example?
Sure.
Call 1-800-928-6929 and see how affordable term life insurance can be. That's 1-800-928-6929. 1-800-928-6929. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
You can listen to Dan Patrick at 8 and the Arkansas Travelers right now on Sports Animal 920.
Bottom half of the sixth inning, and the Cardinals facing Luke Van Mill for a second time. Van Mill and the Travs lead this ball game 12-4. Final game of the first half. A Traveler win or a Naturals loss clinches the North Division Championship. And doesn't look like we're going to get a Naturals loss. And with West Arkansas blowing out Tulsa 9-1, bottom of the seventh inning at One Oak Field. Here it is 12-4 Travs. So the Travs are doing the same thing. Both teams need to win today, and they're both playing great. Alex Castellanos leads off. First pitch is line foul out of the berm in left field. And that is strike one on Castellanos. On deck, Chris Swager, then Andre Perez. This was a ball game after the Cardinals scored 3 in the third. Trav's lead at that point was only 2 runs, but the grand slam by Gabe Jacobo really broke it out. Here's the 0-1. Way up and outside from Van Mill. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Cardinals have hit the ball pretty well tonight. 4 runs, 8 base hits. But considering the Travs let Christian Scholl go 4 innings for just the second time all year, he did a nice job. Van Mills, 1-1. He's a touch outside, ball 2. Castellanos has been aboard twice, hit by a pitch and an RBI single. The 2-1. High fly ball, deep center field. Mike Trout, he'll leap of the fence. Goodbye. It's into the trees for a home run. Alex Castellanos leads off the 6th with his 15th. Boy, there is something about this ballpark. Hammons Field sees more home runs than any other park in the Texas League. And we're going on 7 years now at Springfield, and without question, this ballpark has gained the reputation of what the old park in Midland used to be. Christensen Stadium, a bandbox. Now, that would have cleared Dickie Stevens' center field fence, though, and I don't want to take anything away from that home run by Castellanos. We just see so many home runs at this park. Now, Swager takes high and outside, ball 1. So it's a 7-run lead. 12-5 score, bottom of the 6th. Now, this one's not over yet. Swager is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from Van Mill, and that is hit high, but not that deep to right. It's going to carry a bit. Castillo's there. He makes the catch with 1 foot on the warning track. And even with Swager, with his backside flying towards the home on deck circle, and with him practically flipping the bat at the ball, that still gets to the warning track. So those are the conditions we're playing in today. Here's Audrey Perez. Well, Van Mill is a fly ball pitcher. So him pitching at a park like this is somewhat combustible. Perez swings a chopper down the third base line. Stabbed by Jimenez. He's got time to set his feet and throws him out. Dandy play. Deep throw behind third by Jimenez, and the throw was tough, but the backhand play was even tougher as Perez's chopper seemed to have some spin on it. And as it skipped up the runner's path, Jimenez stabbed at the ball and somehow made the play. 5-3 put out. Give Lucho a star for that one, and that brings Ingram. Mayor Ingram stands in 0 for 2. And the first pitch, he swings and misses. We call him the Mayor because he was shaking hands and kissing babies at Dickie Stevens Park last week when the Cardinals came in, and he had about, looked like 75 friends and family at every ball game. 0-1 on Ingram. Van Mill throws, and that's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. We put Mayor Hayes on notice last week that DeMarcus Ingram could probably run for mayor of North Little Rock after his baseball career is over. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. Slow breaking ball outside corner. You know, Van Mill told me on Sunday that he doesn't throw a changeup, anything that's really slow other than his breaking ball. But he's mixing up the speed on that pitch, and it's becoming more of an off-speed now. Here's the 1-2. Lined into center field, base hit. Ingram stayed on the breaking pitch and lines it past second for his first hit. And that is the Cardinals' 10th hit of the night. Brings us to the top of the order, and this is Nick Punto's spot. Punto will get a fourth at-bat. 12-5 score, Travs by 7. Punto is 2 for 3. He flied out his last time up in the fourth inning, but he's got a couple of singles. Switch hitter batting lefty. The pitch is a fastball. Strike one called. Punto and Van Mill might be acquaintances, and I'm just guessing. They were both in the Minnesota organization for a long time. Luke came over from the Twins in the trade last year, and Punto spent the last 7 or 8 years in the Minnesota organization. Here's the 0-1. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. They very well could have, I don't know if they played together, but without question they would have come across each other in the spring training complex. 1-1, driven deep right field. That is chased by Castillo, and he leaps and it's past him off the wall. Around second, heading for third, Ingram. He'll be sent home, and he will score as the throw's a little too late. 12-6 now. RBI double by Nick Punto. So it is a 6-run ball game now. And this is turning into the biggest slugfest of the season. 18 runs, 25 base hits. Haven't seen many ball games like this in a year where the Travs have played a lot of low-scoring, tight ones. So Van Mill struggling. He's allowed 3 runs on 4 base hits, and he's faced 9 batters. And there were even 2 other balls that could have left the yard. Ryan Jackson steps up, and he nearly took Van Mill deep in the 5th inning. But Clay Fuller made a leaping catch at the fence. Jackson is 1 for 3, and every time he's come up, he's hit the ball hard. Punto not held at second. Van Mill steps off and stares him down. Travs 12, Cardinals 6. Bottom of the 6th inning. Springfield's made up 3 of what had been a 9-run deficit. This is a very important out for Van Mill. Checks on Punto. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside. Van Mill elevating his fastball, and that's the pitch they're hitting. With the exception of the single that DeMarcus Ingram hit on a breaking ball, everything put into play has been a straight but hard fastball. Van Mill asked for Rosario to run through the signs again. No one warming up in the bullpen. They won't get anybody warm until the 7th inning starts, or unless Van Mill fails to get through this 6th. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A big swing and a foul ball chopped over the third base dugout. 1-1 on Ryan Jackson. Jackson known for his defense out of the University of Miami. 5th-round draft choice in 2009. He won the equivalent of a Gold Glove his junior year with the Hurricanes. He is really coming into his own offensively here. .361 batting average during the month of June. Base hits now in 6 of his last 7 games. Punto at second. Big lead. Here's the 1-1. Slow pitch low and outside. 2-1. Van Mill entered in the 5th inning. Gave up the home run by Eric Duncan. Leadoff homer here in the 6th by Castellanos. And Nick Punto's RBI double. 2 balls, 1 strike on Ryan Jackson. He crouches down, waiting on Van Mill. The pitch. Check swing, went through on a breaking ball. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I still am not sure how batters get a good look at anything Luke throws. At 7'1", thrown up over his head on a foot-tall mound. It must feel like the sun is throwing at him. Be a 2-2 pitch, and Van Mill deals. A little bouncer over the mound. Perez charging it short, scoops it on the run. The throw to first. He got him. Nice play by Perez for out number 3. Now, the Cardinals leave a runner. They scored 2 runs on 2 base hits, and they make it a 6-run ball game. At the end of 6 here at Hammons Field, Travs 12, Cardinals 6.
It's amazing how great your home looks with new Carpenter flooring, especially when you get an amazing value from a company you trust. That's why you should call Sears Flooring. With Sears Flooring, you'll save 20% right now. Just call 1-888-491-3939. And Sears Flooring will bring the showroom to you. Sears has a wide range of carpet, tile, hardwood, or laminate to match your style and budget. Your new flooring will be precisely installed, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. So call Sears Flooring for a free in-home consultation. You'll save 20%. Call 1-888-491-3939. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. Call Sears Flooring now and save 20%. Call 1-888-491-3939. 1-888-491-3939. Sears.
This is Pete Lavin, Travelers General Manager, and you're listening to Travelers Baseball on the Sports Animal 920.
6 innings are complete. Into the 7th we go on this tantalizing Tuesday night in Springfield, Missouri. Phil Elson with you, and Lance Larkin running the board back at Citadel Radio. We'll go through the totals and a portion of the scoring recap. It's a little tough to recap all 18 runs right now. Darwin Perez leading off the 7th. Nick Greenwood fires a ball high and outside. Travs 12, Cardinals 6. And the Travs at a point of the batting order here where the 2, 3, 4 batters have made 1 out of 12 plate appearances. And Darwin now batting right-handed, takes a strike on the outside from Greenwood. It's Greenwood's 2nd inning. He not only kept the Travs off the scoreboard for the first time, but he threw a perfect 6th. Perez has singles his last 3 trips. And here's a swing and a dribbler foul up the third base line. And the count now 1-2. Luis Jimenez and Roberto Lopez also due to bat this inning. Neither of them have made it out, reaching base 4 times each. Perez has 2 runs batted in. He scored 3 runs. The only out he made, a first-inning comebacker to the Cardinals starter David Cobb. Greenwood slings the leg, lefty deals. And that is foul tipped and an awkward swing by Darwin. All arms. And it stays alive, and the count's still 1-2. Travs have 12 runs on 14 base hits. They've committed no errors and have left 7 runners. Perez taps the bat on both corners of the plate. Here's the kick by Greenwood. The 1-2, a fastball inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cardinals have scored 6 runs on 11 hits. They've made 1 error and left 4. Two-two pitch to Darwin. Swung on and popped up out of play. 2 sections down the right field line past the home dugout. Count holding it 2-2. Just a smattering of fans left on this Tuesday night. Dark sky, first day of summer, but certainly doesn't feel like summer here at Springfield right now. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, and Perez strikes out. He got tied up on a fastball by Nick Greenwood. 1 away in the 7th, and that brings Luis Jimenez. Well, Jimenez got the Travs the lead with a first-inning solo homer, his 8th. And then in the 2nd inning, Perez had a base hit with runners at first and second base. 1 run scored on the single, and on the ensuing throw home, it got away from the catcher and another run scored. Jimenez dances away. They've been throwing inside on him, hitting him twice. And the Cardinals don't appear to be very pleased with Jimenez. I don't think they've been throwing at him. They're just coming hard and in. The 1-0. A foul tip on a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Travs got their 5th run when Matt Cusick led off the 3rd with a home run to right. The Cardinals scored 3 in the 3rd to get within 2 runs. It was the 1-1 to Jimenez. A chopper to short. Jackson gets the 2nd bounce. Crow hops, throws, and for the first time today, Luis Jimenez makes it out. And that brings Roberto Lopez. The Travs really started getting room in the 4th inning. Lopez was intentionally walked after a pair of singles by Perez and Jimenez set up 2nd and 3rd with 1 away. They walked Lopez intentionally, and then Jacobo wraps the next pitch over the left center field wall for the Travs' second grand slam here at Hammons Field for the season, and their fourth of the year. Well, here's Lopez. The first pitch is a fastball strike. Lopez is 1 for 1 with 2 walks, a hit back pitch, and a single for a run batted in. This one's inside, a splitter, and it's a ball and a strike. Over this series now, Lopez is 1 for 3, hit by 2 pitches and the 2 previous walks. Here's a ball low and inside, and the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody warming in the Traveler bullpen. Certainly does appear like Luke Van Mill will be coming out for his third inning. Cards have scored 3 times against them in 2 frames. Here's the 2-1 to Lopez. And there's a base hit to left field. A liner over the shortstop for the Travs' 15th base hit. 15 hits ties a season high. And Lopez is on base for a 5th time. So Travs recorded 15 base hits on May the 8th right here at Springfield during a 10-6 win. And the crazy thing about that ball game is of the 15 hits, 6 of them came in the 9th inning, and 8 of their 10 runs came in the 9th. Here's Jacobo, 3 for 4, grand slam, 5 ribbies. First pitch, a slider for a strike called on the inside. 12 runs is a season high for the Travs. Previously, their high was 11 runs, May the 6th at Tulsa. 0-1 to Jacobo is a little dribbler off the first base line, and the pitcher knocks it down. Now he recovers it, takes it to the base himself, and he beats Jacobo for the 3rd out. So the second scoreless inning in a row spun by Nick Greenwood. He leaves a base runner, and as we stand up and stretch at Hammons Field, the Travs lead this ball game 12-6 on Sports Animal 920.
If you have a job instead of a career, will you be satisfied tomorrow? But if you develop knowledge and skills, who knows how far you can go? If you're interested in electronics technology, drafting and design, or information technology, call ITT Technical Institute. Classes meet just a few times a week, and financial aid is available to those who qualify. Call ITT Tech now for more information. 800-741-5123. 800-741-5123.
Rates, policy forms, and availability vary by state. Did you know that life insurance rates are near record lows? If you own life insurance or are thinking of buying any, why spend more than you have to? I'm Byron Udell, founder of AccuQuote. Since 1986, we've helped hundreds of thousands of people just like you save a fortune on their life insurance. Here's how we do it. We monitor the products offered by dozens of the most well-respected brand-name life insurance companies you trust so that you get the lowest rates. For example, a healthy 40-year-old can buy $500,000 of 10-year level term for less than $21 a month. 20 and 30-year rates are also available. And don't forget to ask us about the new term life plans that guarantee your money back even if you don't die. Take 5 minutes and call AccuQuote for your free quote at 800-654-2075. Find out how much you can save on your life insurance. Call AccuQuote today at 800-654-2075. That's 800-654-2075.
You're listening to Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Sports Animal 920.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Luke Van Mill is back to the mound. He and the Travelers lead Springfield 12-6 in a must-win game for the first half division championship. Must win because Northwest Arkansas leads Tulsa 10-1. That game's in the 8th inning at One Oak Field, so a Traveler win would clinch the division title. And they need 9 more outs to do that. As Van Mill works to Eric Duncan. Duncan takes a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. Duncan homered off Luke in the 5th inning. He has 2 hits, including a single, 2 runs scored. Very dangerous portion of the lineup here against Van Mill. Stephen Hill and Zach Cox will also bat. Now the 0-1 to the left-hand Duncan is a high fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Van Mill's charged with 3 runs over 2 innings. Pair of solo homers. 4 hits total. He struck out 2, walked none. In fact, the Traveler pitching staff hasn't walked anybody today. Here's the 1-1 to Duncan. And he nearly gets hit. And it just missed him. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cardinals have a left-hander warming up in the bullpen. The Travs also getting somebody warmed up. We'll let you know who it is when we can tell who it is. Here's the 2-1 to Duncan. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sam Freeman is warming up for Springfield. Recently inserted onto the North Division All-Star squad. Here's the 2-2 from Van Mill. Duncan hits a ground ball to Cusick at second base. Jacobo covers late. Here's the throw, and they get the out. Yes, Gabe Jacobo getting so rangy at first base last night. He went for a ball that was an easier play for the second baseman, and that cost him an out because he could not cover the base in time. This time he got there just in the nick of time. 1 out of the 7th. It brings Stephen Hill. Stephen Hill has a double back in the 3rd inning and 2 strikeouts, 1 RBI. First pitch swung on, shot foul. It almost hit his manager, Pop Warner, as he sets up behind the third base coach's box, and he was able to jump out of the way. 1 strike count on Hill with Zach Cox on deck. Van Mill trying to fight through 3 innings. He is the pitcher of record as of now. He sets, kicks, deals the 0-1. And Hill swings and misses. 0-2 the count. Now I asked Van Mill, what's your biggest challenge living as a 7-foot 1-inch man in a world that is not designed for anybody that is 7 feet 1? Here's his 0-2 pitch. He strikes out Hill on 3. Got him swinging on a slider, and it's the second time Van Mill gets Hill swinging. Luke's answer, and I don't know if it's a surprising answer or not. He says that it is shopping for clothes, which is the toughest part of being 7'1". I thought the answer might be always having to duck under doorways, but I guess that's something he just gets used to. It's the clothes shopping. Here's Cox. He swings and fouls it over our heads. And the way Van Mill put it, I guess gives you an idea where he comes from. He said that, you can shop at the big and tall stores, but then again, and I'm using his words, I don't want to look old. Or does that ever make me feel old, right? Here's the 0-1 to Cox. Swings and misses, strike 2. But fashion is important to Luke. So some of those big and tall stores don't have the fashion he's looking for. He said when he shops at his home country of the Netherlands, which according to Luke is the tallest, on average, country in the world, he says that the average male is 6'3". He has no trouble shopping for clothes in the Netherlands. The 0-2. And it looked like they crossed their signs up. Van Mill threw a fastball, and Rosario dropped to his knees expecting a slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Luke Van Mill, the fashionable 7'1" Dutch giant. And now the 1-2 to Cox. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Van Mill with a perfect 7th inning. Nice job. Ludovicus Jacobus Maria Van Mill finishes 3 innings in relief. And as we go to the top of the 8th at Hammons Field, the Travelers 6 outs away from a division title. Travs 12, Cardinals 6 on the Sports Animal.
Homeowners, the mortgage market is starting to move, but the good news is rates are still incredibly low. Don't miss this opportunity to refinance your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans at 888-249-1425. Quicken Loans is America's home loan experts, closing 1 million home loans over 25 years. And recently, J.D. Power & Associates ranked Quicken Loans highest in customer satisfaction in primary mortgage origination. Find out how quick and easy it is to refinance with Quicken Loans. Call right now for a free rate quote and see how much Quicken Loans can lower your monthly payment. Call 888-249-1425. That's 888-249-1425. For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. Nationwide mortgage licensing system number 3030. That's Quicken Loans. 888-249-1425. 888-249-1425.
This is Wes Moore, and you can catch the Hog Zone 3 to 4 Monday through Friday. But right now, you're listening to Travelers Baseball on Sports Animal 920.
7 innings in the Big Bad scorebook. We come to the 8th. 12-6 score. Travs have led this game from the first inning right until here. 12 runs on 15 base hits. And they are 6 outs away from a division championship. And they'll be swinging here in the 8th against the 4th Cardinal pitcher of the night, left-hander Sam Freeman. Nick Greenwood, solid work in 2 scoreless innings, pitched around 1 base hit, struck out a man, didn't allow a runner to second. And now the left-handed Freeman, who was recently placed on the North Division All-Star squad earlier today. And it's because his former teammate, Michael Cleto, who was voted to the All-Star squad, is up at St. Louis, and the Cardinals do not expect him to be coming back to Double-A. So with Cleto gone, and the Texas League All-Star game coming up next Wednesday, Freeman takes over in his stead. And the first batter against Freeman is Matt Cusick, setting up a lefty versus lefty at-bat. Freeman's pitch is away, ball 1. The Travs are the only team to score against Sam Freeman this year. He's given up 3 runs in 20 of the 3rd innings for an earned run average at 133. This is his 21st appearance. Cusick looks at a ball outside. He's only hit today a home run leading off the third base, 1 for 4. Freeman's allowed 3 runs to the Travs. And that's in actually a short period of time. That's 3 runs in 5 outings. Fastball outside to Cusick, and it's 3-0. In fact, the Travelers got to Freeman for 2 runs last night. In 1 inning of work, 3 hits allowed. There's a strike on the outside corner to Cusick. Nope, that's ball 4, pardon me. Cusick's on base. And the Travs have the leadoff man aboard, which brings us to number 7 batter, Angel Castillo. Castillo singled in the 4th inning. He is 1 for 4. Right-hand batter, big swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Right-hand pitcher David Carpenter warming up in the Arkansas bullpen. Carpenter replaced Robert Fish on the roster today. Inside to Castillo. Ball and a strike. Fish placed on the disabled list with a sprained left hamstring. Suffered that while running sprints in the outfield before yesterday's game. Here's the 1-1. Castillo pulls a grounder to third, and it's booted by Zach Cox. And that keeps Cusick at second base as the second error by the Cardinals. It is charged on Zach Cox. And Cox has had his issues on the infield this year. Reading scouting reports on him, people are impressed with his ability to hit. His glove work has been substandard. That is his 10th error over 27 games. First and second, no outs. Rosario swings and misses. Alberto is 1 for 4. Nearly homered in the 6th inning, but his drive was caught next to the left field wall. Nothing in 1 the count. Cusick at second, Castillo at first, with the Travs up by 6. Here's another swing and a miss on a high fastball. Rosario in a 2-strike hole. Final out of New York, Oakland over the Mets 7-3. Josh Outman defeats Dylan Gee for his 3rd win. Gee's first loss. Grant Balfour saves his 2nd. The 0-2. Castillo, that's Rosario, pops it up near the dugout. Doesn't have enough altitude to get caught. Takes a bounce and then into the dugout. Final score from Florida. The Angels drop to the Marlins 5-2 as Urban Santana loses for the 8th time. Javier Vasquez wins his 4th game, and Leo Nunez saved his 20th, just the 2nd win for the Marlins in 21 games. An amazing comeback by Washington, scoring 5 runs in the 9th to win over Seattle 6-5. Mariner bullpen blowing a 5-1 lead. 0-2 count to Rosario. Freeman's pitch inside, ball 1. Pittsburgh beats Baltimore 9-3. Chris Resop, the winner. He's 3-2. Jeremy Guthrie took his 9th loss. J.J. Hardy and Adam Jones with home runs for Baltimore. All the other finals took place in American League ballparks. And Kansas City was a loser today against Arizona, 7-2 at Kauffman Stadium. Alex Gordon his 9th home run. But Joe Saunders picks up the win. Ground ball sharply hit up the middle. Base hit for Rosario. Cusick sent home. Here's the throw by Ingram. That is up the line, and Cusick safely scores. An RBI single by Alberto Rosario, and the Travs lead 13-6. Still no outs here in the 8th inning. Well, that error by Zach Cox. A huge error. Would have been a double play, or at least had a chance for a double play if he cleanly fielded the ball. But instead of getting even one out, he got nothing. And a run is scored off of it. Runners at first and second for number 9 batter Clay Fuller. Still the only Traveler who hasn't reached base. Freeman's pitch to Fuller is swung on, chopped to Cox, scoops it up. He throws to second, and now Duncan's throw to first base is not in time. Fuller legs it out. The force at second takes care of Rosario. 5-4 play. Castillo safe into third, and Fuller safe to first. Over at Cleveland, Colorado wins 4-3. 2 home runs by Seth Smith, his 7th and 8th. Matt Belisle, the winner, 5-2. Former Springfield right-hander Chris Perez, the loss, 2-3. Houston Street saved his 22nd. White Sox and Cubs in a delay on the south side, with Ozzie Guillen's club leading 2-1 in the 6th inning. Paul Konerko homers for the 5th game in a row. Here's Mike Trout. He'll take a fastball for strike 1. Trout's been aboard twice, an infield single in the 2nd, and a triple in the 5th, his 9th three-bagger of the year. He's also scored twice. First and third for Trout, 1 away. Freeman deals. A check swing foul tip by Mike. Strike 2. They're in the bottom of the 9th inning at Texas. Rangers looking for a walk-off win with Houston. They're tied 4-4. 3 home runs for Texas. Michael Young hit his 4th. Josh Hamilton hit his 6th. Nelson Cruz hit number 16. Freeman's 0-2 to Trout. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on 3 pitches. So there's 2 outs in the 8th inning for Darwin Perez. Out of game in progress at Boston, bottom of the 9th inning. San Diego leads 5-4. They have Heath Bell on to attempt the save. Over at Milwaukee, Brewers against the Rays. It's 5-1 Brewers in the 7th. Yuniesky Betancourt has hit his 4th home run. Dodgers 1, Tigers nothing. 2nd inning at Chavez Ravine. The Twins scored 8 in the 1st against the Giants. Lead at 8-0 after 1 inning. Perez pulls a ground ball foul outside third. Strike 1 of the Travs shortstop, who has 3 hits today and 5 tries. Perez has 3 singles, 2 runs batted in, and 3 runs scored. Home runs today by Luis Jimenez, Matt Cusick, and Gabe Jacobo. 2 solo homers and a Jacobo grand slam. And the Travs lead this one by 7 in the 8th. Now Perez lines a base hit to center field, his 4th. And Castillo trots in to score. 14-6. Darwin Perez has 3 RBIs, 4 base hits, and the Travs with a 17-hit attack tonight. Charge an unearned run to Sam Freeman as Castillo reached on the error and scores. Clay Fuller holds at second base. And here's Luis Jimenez looking to be on base for a 5th time. He's homered, singled, been hit twice. This pitch nearly hits him again. On deck is Roberto Lopez, and Lopez has 5 plate appearances reaching base today. So Freeman's allowed 2 runs to the Travs again. Lucho takes low, ball 2. So this means that Freeman has allowed 5 runs on the year in 20 and 21 innings, all of them against the Travelers. The other 6 teams he pitches against haven't scored against him. The 2-0. Swinging a foul over the screen. Strike 1. Northwest Arkansas has been cruising from the start against the Drillers tonight at One Oak Field. Naturals lead 10-1 going into the bottom of the ninth. Here it's 14-6 Travs. Jimenez fouls a fastball. Strike two. Second half of the season starts tomorrow. A clean record of 0-0 for everybody. Rangel Arenas gets the ball for the Travs. Kevin Thomas for Springfield. Here's the 2-2. Jimenez fouls another fastball. Arenas is 6-3 with a 3.57. Thomas is 1-5 with a ZRA nearly 6. Arenas would have started tonight's game had Thursday's road trip opener not get rained out at Tulsa. But it did get rained out. That's why Christian Scholl pitched today and why Arenas starts tomorrow. Here's the 2-2. There's a drive by Lucho deep to left. There it goes. Another long ball. Lucho hits his second of the game. A 3-run homer. 17-6. My goodness, what an explosion tonight at Hammons Field. Luis Jimenez has 3 base hits, 2 home runs. It's his second 2-homer game of the last week. 4 runs batted in, gives him 9 homers, 52 RBIs for the year. $17 runs, 18 hits. And it is a laugher tonight at Hammons Field. Now Lopez looking to reach for a 6th time. His pitch is popped up. Second baseman Duncan camps underneath on the outfield grass. Puts it away. Another big inning by the Travelers. In fact, this is their biggest inning of the game. 5-run score on 3 base hits, 1 error, and nobody left. At the end of 7.5 innings at Hammons Field, the Travelers lead 17-6 on the Sports Animal.
Do you have a disability that prevents you from working? Then you may be entitled to collect thousands of dollars of Social Security benefits. If you've been medically disabled for at least 12 months and previously worked 5 of the last 10 years, you may qualify to receive thousands of dollars paid directly to you every month. Just call Disability Benefits Alliance at 1-877-941-8822. Disability Benefits Alliance can cut through government red tape and help you receive Social Security disability benefits. Even if you've been denied before, call now. There's no cost to you until your benefits are approved. If a disability prevents you from working, get the money you deserve. Call Disability Benefits Alliance for a free consultation. Call now. 1-877-941-8822. 1-877-941-8822. That's 1-877-941-8822.
If you're a woman and you're sick and tired of watching your hair get thinner and thinner, we're about to challenge everything you think you know about hair loss. Because we're going to send you a risk-free trial of a product with an FDA-approved ingredient clinically proven to help stop women's hair loss and regrow hair. It's called Keranique. Find out how you can try it risk-free when you call 1-800-641-9352 in the next 10 minutes. You're going to be amazed by what you see, because Keranique is formulated especially for women to help repair hair follicles, prevent premature hair loss, and regrow thicker, fuller hair. And it's sulfate-free, which means it's safe for color-treated hair. Ladies, it's finally your turn to be free from embarrassing hair loss. Call 1-800-641-9352 in the next 10 minutes and try Keranique before you buy it. But hurry, supplies are extremely limited. For your risk-free trial, call 1-800-641-9352. That number again is 1-800-641-9352.
You can listen to Jim Rome at 11 and the Arkansas Travelers right now on Sports Animal 920.
Bottom of the 8th inning, and the Travelers will bring out David Carpenter for his Double-A debut. 17-6 the score. No pressure really on Carpenter. The only pressure is to just get through this 8th inning, possibly pitch the 9th. And the Travs, well, let's just imagine what the clubhouse is going through right now. That clubhouse here at Hammons Field, they're probably taping up some plastic sheets, getting all the equipment back behind those plastic sheets, making sure no clothes are exposed. Because in a matter of, and I'm just guessing, 15, 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, that clubhouse will be filled with celebrating ball players. And the ensuing beverages that go along with that you end up dumping on people's heads. David Carpenter replaces Robert Fish on the Traveler active roster. Fish out with a strained hamstring, so Carpenter gets the early call to Double-A. It certainly looks like he belongs here, judging by numbers from Single-A. 25 games at the California League. Carpenter had a .093 earned run average with 11 saves. And the first man he faces is Alex Castellanos. Here's a swing and a grounder foul. Strike one. David Carpenter is 23 years old, stands 6'3", weighs 180 pounds. Born and raised in Grand Prairie, Texas, there in the Dallas Metroplex. A 9th-round choice of the Angels out of Paris Junior College, selected 2 years ago. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Castellanos, and that's outside all the way to the backstop. Castellanos hasn't made an out at the plate. The only out he did make was at second base, attempting to steal a bag in the second inning. Castellanos has an RBI single and a solo homer since then. Pitch on the way, and that is foul tipped. Strike two. Carpenter's got a sidewinding delivery, and it looks like it'd be tough for right-handers to get a good look at whatever he's throwing. Carpenter from the stretch at all times. Here's the 1-2 to Castellanos. Just a little high. Batters in the California League hit Carpenter at just a .219 clip. Righties hit .153 against him. Left-handers batted 151 points higher than right-handers did. His 2-2 to Castellanos. Outside, ball three. 9 walks and 36 strikeouts over 29 innings for Carpenter at the Single-A level. He would have been pitching tonight in the annual California-Carolina League All-Star game, played at Modesto, California tonight. It's the 3-2 pitch. Castellanos pulls it foul off the third base dugout screen. Still full. But obviously he is not taking part in those festivities, which is somewhat unfortunate. It's always a great event being played at John Thurman Field. I think that the Texas League could probably learn a little bit from that California-Carolina League All-Star game, which has been going on for about 15 years now, a great tradition. There's a high fly by Castellanos to deep left. Clay Fuller sets up on the warning track and makes the catch, 3 feet shy of the fence. Castellanos nearly hitting the second homer of his night. Cardinals already with 2 homers for the game. Meanwhile, the Travs have 4 home runs. Solo shots by Luis Jimenez and Matt Cusick. Grand slam by Gabe Jacobo and another home run, this time a 3-run shot by Jimenez. What a game it's been offensively for the boys. Here's Swagger, 0 for 3. Carpenter's pitch outside, a ball. Carpenter replaces Luke Van Mill, who is in line for the win. 3 innings, gave up 3 runs on 4 base hits, and struck out 4. Pitch on the way, check swing, they'll appeal. He didn't go, and the ball was outside. 2-0 on Chris Swagger. I think I'd love to see a Texas League versus Southern League All-Star game. That'd be a hit. Here's the 2-0. Swagger takes strike 1 on the inside corner. The Texas League, and not to bash our All-Star game too much, but you're talking about an 8-team league, and with all of the promotions and injuries at this time of the year, you do not always get a true representative All-Star team. Here's a broken bat liner foul by Swagger, and he'll go back down and grab a new bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think it would be a wonderful event to put together the best out of the Texas League and the best from the Southern League. 2 leagues that have histories against each other. Back before the 1970s, the champions of the Texas League would play the champion of the Southern League in an annual series known as the Dixie Series. And it was a pretty important piece of the season. Obviously, you can't play an extra level of playoffs any longer, the way that the agreement between the majors and minors is constructed, but you can play an all-star game between two leagues. Here's a 2-2 to Chris Swager. Slow pitch, low, ball 3. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. That's something I've been pushing for a couple of years now. You got the 75th annual Texas League All-Star Game coming up next Wednesday at San Antonio. 8 Travelers representing. 3-2 pitch, dribbler back of the mound. Carpenter plays it left side, fires to first, and gets the out. Carpenter's got a side-winding, sidearm delivery and a full head of hair. His hair is coming right out the back of his hat, and it is flapping around in the wind when he delivers a pitch. And when he throws to first, he has that side-winding arm motion, too. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, and Audrey Perez the batter. Perez, last 2 trips up, has hit hard smashes that Luis Jimenez has made great diving plays on. The first pitch to Perez is a strike, a fastball at 86. I think the radar gun is not working correctly, and it's been a little slow here. They say Carpenter throws about 93, tops at 93, sitting 91. Is 1 strike pitch. Perez pops it, and that'll bring the shortstop Perez out a little bit. Darwin's underneath. He's got it. And David Carpenter throws a perfect 8th inning in his Double-A debut. So that means the Travs are 3 outs away from a celebration. They'll battle the 9th after this. 17-6 Travs on the Sports Animal.
Geico has some bad news. There is no money tree, and there is no gold at the end of the rainbow. However, Geico could save you hundreds on your car insurance. No matter what the competition says, Geico has been saving people so much money, over 4 million drivers switched last year. So call Geico for a free rate quote today. It's easier than trying to shake down a leprechaun.
For a free rate quote, visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. 15 minutes could save you hundreds on car insurance.
Your hometown sports station, AM 920 KARN Little Rock. All sports, all the time.
Top of the 9th inning, and the Springfield Cardinals have officially thrown in the towel. Infielder Jermaine Curtis will pitch the top of the 9th, with the Travs leading 17-6. Not a surprise. The Cardinals would rather save the rest of the bullpen for tomorrow's second-half opener, and so they used Jermaine Curtis to pitch the 9th inning. It looks like he's the first position player to pitch for Springfield this year. The Travs have yet to face a position player yet, so this might be interesting. Curtis pitching the 9th, facing Gabe Jacobo. And he'll paint the outside corner with a fastball, and the count is 0-1. Jacobo has 5 RBIs on 3 hits, including a grand slam. Swings and misses at a slow-breaking pitch. Quickly, it's 0-2 on Jacobo. His grand slam might be the biggest hit of the game. It made a 5-3 lead up to 9-3. Outside, the count 1-2 on Jacobo. But really, the Travs have gotten something positive from everybody. Only Clay Fuller has failed to reach base safely, but still Fuller got aboard on a fielder's choice in the 8th and scored a run. Everybody has scored a run tonight. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jermaine Curtis homered and drove in 3 last night. He hits .261. Here's his 2-2 pitch. And Jacobo goes down swinging on a ball in the dirt. Perez flips down the first base line to record the strikeout. We'll probably let Jacobo know about that on the dugout after this. A position player to strike him out, but you know what? He'll take it with a 5 RBI game. It's been a great comeback game of sorts for Gabe Jacobo, and he's got a big bright smile on his face as he heads back down the dugout stairs. He knows he's going to get some ribbing for it. Matt Cusick does not come up, and instead of Cusick, John Townsend will take over in the number 6 spot of the batting order and finish the game at second base. First pitch is hit in the air to shallow center field. Ingram is there, and DeMarcus makes the catch, and that's 2 outs in the ninth. Angel Castillo comes to bat for a 6th time. Season highs in runs, hits, and tying the season high in home runs. 17 runs, 18 hits, 4 long balls. What a night it has been. Here's Castillo. The pitch is low and outside, ball 1. Northwest Arkansas 1. And in fact, the Naturals crushed Tulsa 10-2. Pitch in the dirt, and the count 2-0. So momentarily, the Naturals are a half game out, but as soon as the Travs get 3 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning, it is over. The 2-0 pitch to Castillo. And there's a drive to the gap in left center field. Charged by Swagger, dives, and a beautiful somersault catch by Chris Swagger in left center field. You got to respect hustle like that when your team's down by 11. And as we come to the bottom of the 9th inning, the Travs are 3 outs away. 17-6 over the Cards on the Sports Animal.
River Point Wellness Center.
Hi, I need to cancel my appointment.
And what were you having done?
I was having a treatment on my spider veins.
Okay, and can I ask why you're canceling?
Well, I found this product that really works.
Can I ask what product?
Oh, sure. It's Venacura. If you have frustrating spider or varicose veins, you don't have to get a treatment. Just get to your phone. For a risk-free trial of Venacura, call 1-800-446-1633. All-natural Venacura contains a clinically proven ingredient that visibly erases spider and varicose veins, even if you've had them for years. It even helps alleviate discomfort. The results are so impressive, people who've tried it say it's life-changing. Find out how you can try Venacura free for 30 days and watch as your spider and varicose veins disappear from view faster than you thought possible. Call now for your risk-free trial of Venacura. But hurry, when this offer's gone, it's gone. For your risk-free trial, call 1-800-446-1633. 1-800-446-1633.
The following contains a toll-free number for individuals looking to lose 30 pounds or more.
Please pay attention. If you would like to be among the first to try a weight loss supplement that's proven to help you lose weight, please call the toll-free number at the end of this ad. If you do, you will receive a risk-free trial of an exclusive weight loss aid that does not require a prescription. By enrolling in the 30-day risk-free trial, you'll be able to burn fat more quickly by boosting your metabolic heart rate, allowing you to lose weight in days instead of weeks. Be among the first to call and get your trial risk-free. 1-800-507-7923. Again, if you would like to try a proven weight loss supplement that could help you lose 30 pounds or more without a prescription, you may now call for the risk-free trial. Call Acai Fresh now. 1-800-507-7923. 1-800-507-7923. You may begin calling now. 1-800-507-7923.
Hi, Sean Arnell from the Sean and Wally Show. You're listening to Traveler Baseball right here on Sports Animal 920, online, sportsanimal920.com.
Well, a half season that started April the 7th, and the Travs lost their first 4 games. They never saw first place until just a couple of weeks ago. Now in first place, a spot that they've been for the last couple of days. And the Travs with a 17-6 lead in the bottom of the 9th inning. Just need 3 outs to win a division championship. Their last division title came in the first half of 2008. Previously, 2005 second half, 2001 first half. And Jose Perez gets the ball here for the 9th inning. David Carpenter pitched a perfect 8th in his Double-A debut. Now Perez looking to finish this one off. DeMarcus Ingram leads it off. And here is the first pitch. He takes low, ball 1. Perez looked very sharp in his last outing. Him in the series against the Tulsa Drillers pitching on Sunday. Went 1 2/3, no runs, 1 hit. And here's a fastball inside on Ingram, 2-0. Pinch hitter for Nick Punto on deck. And a fastball high to Ingram, and it's 3-0. Perez making appearance number 8 with Arkansas. He has 2 victories, no losses. His earned run average at .435. Good stuff, but struggles with command. The 3-0 pitch. There's a strike at the knees of Ingram. Charlie Cutler is on deck as the pinch hitter. Then Ryan Jackson will bat third. Pitch on the way, and it is hit foul the other way by DeMarcus Ingram. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Travs in this ball game, out of the 9 times they've come up, scored in 6 innings. And they have had a 5-run inning, 1 with 4, and 2 innings with 3 runs. Here's Perez's 3-2. Ingram drives the ball to center field. Mike Trout, he's got a beat on it. Halfway to the track, he makes the catch. And then nudges up against the fence, and there's 1 away in the 9th. Charlie Cutler comes up to bat, pinch hitting for Nick Punto. Certainly looked like Punto had his swing down with 3 hits. A double, a run batted in, a run scored. But Charlie Cutler gets his first at-bat of this ball game. Cutler has the highest batting average for any active Cardinal at .333 as he plays his 23rd game. Left-hand batter out of San Francisco, California. And Cutler about to stand in after he is announced into the batter's box. Jose Perez, the 4th pitcher of the night. Luke Van Mill is in line for the win. Christian Scholl gave 4 innings as a starter, gave up 3 runs. Here's the first pitch. Fastball strike called on Cutler to the outside corner. 17-6 Travs. 1 out, bottom 9. Cutler whipping the bat around, waiting. Here comes the 0-1. Ball low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. To win the first half puts no pressure on the team for the second half, but rest assured, Bill Mosiello will not let this team cruise. Here's the 1-1 to Cutler. And he hits it hard through the right side. A sharp 1-hop single to right field by Charlie Cutler. Cutler looks like a dangerous batter. Well, he doesn't get many chances to play. The Cardinals have been giving Audrey Perez most of the starts behind the plate. Ryan Jackson up to the plate, and he is 1 for 4. Travs scored the first 5 of this ball game. Springfield scored 3 times in the 3rd. The Travs then scored 7, 4 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th. As Jackson takes a strike on the outside corner. Cardinals haven't scored since the 6th inning. They got 2 runs and got within 6, but then the Travs erupted for their biggest inning of the game, 5 in the 8th. Ball bounces up to the plate, blocked by Rosario, 1-1. Jackson whips the bat under his knees a little. He is waiting on Perez. The right-hander sets. He kicks, he fires. There's a foul ball down the right field line. That'll slice up with the empty suites. Ballpark's practically empty now. The attendance earlier was announced at 4,365. And we've got a couple hundred on hand at the moment. Some folks do take the thought of sticking around to the gruesome end seriously. The 1-2 pitch. Jackson strikes out swinging. 1 out to go. Eric Duncan, the batter. Well, it seemed that the outcome of this game had been decided early. Although Springfield got back into it with that 3-run 3rd, the Travelers really kept them at an arm length from about the 4th inning on. Haven't really let Springfield feel like they had any momentum going their way. And so the tension has been decreasing really for the last 5 innings. Here's Duncan, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Of course, another question would be, once the playoffs begin in mid-September, early September, how many Travelers that are with the team now are still there? It could be a totally different team. And the 0-1, strike on the inside, 0-2. Jose Perez looking to finish this half off. He sets. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Eric Duncan. Just a bit of a foul tip. Well, he's been in front of almost every off-speed pitch the Travelers have thrown him, but still when you get a fastball, he's hitting it. Single and a home run for Eric Duncan today. And he'll go into the second half on fire with 5 home runs, 10 RBIs his last 5 games. The Springfield team might be one to watch for the second half. Perez ready for the 0-2 pitch. Duncan strikes out swinging. Ball game, half season over, and the Arkansas Travelers are champions of the first half. Final score 17-6 Travs. They beat the Cardinals in classic fashion, and the Travelers celebrating on the field as they're jumping around second base, enjoying this moment. The Travelers are the champions of the first half of the North Division. They've got their tickets stacked to the playoffs. And a beautiful sight to see the guys hopping around, jumping right into each other on the infield grass. A great achievement for a team that started the season 0-4. And the Travs have a full night of celebrating to come. Stick around. Next, we'll have the Miller Lite postgame show on Sports Animal 920.
Are you a woman between the ages of 35 and 60 with noticeable fine lines and wrinkles? If you answered yes, we're looking for you. We are currently seeking women to try an instant skin firming serum called Instant Effect. To experience this amazing age defier now, we'll send you a risk-free trial, and you may have the chance to appear in a national advertising campaign. Take advantage of this opportunity by calling 1-800-718-5101 in the next 10 minutes. Instant Effect is a breakthrough beauty discovery that tightens skin on contact and takes years off your appearance. Smooth the lightweight serum on your wrinkles and fine lines and watch as they disappear from view in less than 90 seconds. If you're interested in seeing how young you can look in as little as 90 seconds, call in the next 10 minutes. To find out how you can try Instant Effect risk-free, call now. That's a risk-free trial at 1-800-718-5101. But hurry, when this offer's gone, it's gone. 1-800-718-5101.
This is Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Sports Animal 920. Online at sportsanimal920.com.
Well, it is certainly, without question, a great day to be an Arkansas Traveler. Champions of the first half in the Texas League North Division as the Travs pick up a 17-6 win to win this division. Phil Elson with you. This is the Miller Lite postgame show. Let's quickly get to the totals and send you back to a break. We'll start with the Arkansas Travelers. 17 runs, a season high. 18 hits, a season high. No errors, and 8 runners left. They had home runs hit by Luis Jimenez, his 8th and 9th. Matt Cusick hit his 2nd. Gabe Jacobo, a grand slam, his 5th of the year. For the Cardinals, 6 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. They left 6, and they had 2 home runs. Eric Duncan hit his 7th, and Alex Castellanos hit his 15th. The winning pitcher, it goes to David Carpenter. Even though Luke Van Mill pitched through the 5th inning and goes 3, the official score chooses to give Carpenter the victory as he pitched a 1-2-3 8th inning, and Carpenter gets a win in his Double-A debut. The loss saddled to David Kopp. He was hit extremely hard. 9 runs, 9 hits, 3 1/3. He falls to a record of 2-4. No save in this ball game. 3 hours, 5 minutes from first to last pitch. And the paid attendance at Hammons Field on this Tuesday night numbered 4,365. The win gives the Travs the best record in the North Division, 36-31. And they are champs of the North for the 4th time in the last 11 seasons. Springfield drops to 32-38. And we will start over again at 0-0 tomorrow when the second half begins. Travelers 17, Cardinals 6. We'll come back to recap as much of this game as we can as the Miller Lite postgame show continues after this on the Sports Animal.
That's the sound of people throwing out their old dehumidifiers. They've replaced them with the energy-saving Wave Ventilation Unit. Wave Ventilation expels moisture, gases, and toxins trapped in your basement or crawl space and replaces it with drier, fresher air. The computerized Wave Ventilation requires no maintenance. There are no buckets to empty, no filters to change, and compared to a dehumidifier, it will save you hundreds of dollars a year in energy costs. One customer wrote,
I was stunned by the difference. I had had a dehumidifier for almost 20 years without ever getting rid of that musty smell. And now that smell is finally gone.
Wave can transform your home into a drier, healthier environment. Satisfaction guaranteed. Find out more about Wave ventilation right now.
For free information, go to goodairnow.com. That's goodairnow.com. Or call 1-866-324-9481. That's 1-866-324-9481.
I looked at her and I was just, wow, she looked so young.
I told her I couldn't believe how smooth her face looks. She's lost, 10 years at least?
I look at her and it's like I'm looking at a picture of my wife from 20 years ago. It's incredible.
How are ordinary women across America looking years younger? They've discovered the proven breakthrough called hydroxytone. It visibly reduces wrinkles, tightens skin, and makes frown lines disappear from view. See for yourself by requesting a risk-free trial of hydroxytone today. The results are so impressive. Hydroxytone was given away in VIP gift bags at this year's Emmy Awards. Find out how you can try hydroxytone free for 30 days and shed years from your appearance.
She always looked good to me, but now I can't believe how young she looks.
Call now for your risk-free trial of hydroxytone. For a limited time, try it before you buy it. 1-800-609-3989. But hurry, when this offer's gone, it's gone. Call 1-800-609-3989. 1-800-609-3989.
This is Bill Mosiello, and you're listening to Travs Baseball on Sports Animal 920.
Well, lots of runs in this one. The Travelers set a season high with 17 runs, a season high with 18 hits. Tied their high for the year with 4 home runs. And we're going to try to just wrap it up with this this recap of the ball game, which is brought to you, as always, by Superior Hyundai. That's where you find the best possible deal on any new Hyundai vehicle. Incredible deal on the 2011 Santa Fe crossover, which starts at $19,997. You'll find that deal only at Superior Hyundai at the Oak Street exit in Conway. Classy move by the Cardinals front office, putting a congratulations to the Travs on the video board here at Hammons Field, complete with the greatest game on dirt logo. And a nice move by the folks here at Springfield who know how to run a ballpark. The Travelers knew how to win this one from the very start. They got ahead early against David Kopp with the first of their 4 home runs coming from Luis Jimenez, a 2-out solo home run to left. Lucho's first of the game, his 8th of the year, and the Travs off and running to a 1-0 lead. Kopp struggled through the second inning, allowing a 1-out single by Alberto Rosario. And then with 2 outs, Mike Trout reaches with an infield single, setting up first and second for Darwin Perez. Perez lines a base hit to right, his first of 4 hits. The single scores Rosario, and with the right fielder Castellanos threw home, he threw wildly over the head of the catcher. Trout would score on the error, and the Travs led by a score of 3-0. Perez got to second base on the error, moved to third after a couple of hit batsmen load the bases, and he would score when David Kopp fired a wild pitch. 4-0 after the second, and then Matt Cusick leads off the third inning with a home run over the right field wall, his second of the year, and that made it 5-0. The Cardinals came back in the third against Christian Scholl, who fired scoreless innings in the first and second, but in the third, Scholl allows a leadoff bloop single by Nick Punto. With 1 out, Eric Duncan lines a base hit to right, moving Punto up. Then Punto scores when Stephen Hill doubles to the left field corner. That also moved Duncan to third base. He would score in a Zach Cox ground out, and Hill it was Duncan that scored at the ground out by Cox. Then Hill scores when Alex Castellanos lines a single to left field. Scholl would strand Castellanos on base, getting Swagger to fly to center, and kept the lead 5-3 Travs. Well, they got 4 more runs in the 4th inning off of Kopp. With 1 out, the next 4 batters reach in order. A single by Perez, base hit by Jimenez to right center, and that would move Perez to third base. On the throw, Lucho got to second, and then they intentionally walked Roberto Lopez to set up a bases-loaded chance for Gabe Jacobo. Jacobo had gone without an RBI in 9 games. Well, he must have known that. He got a first-pitch fastball, and he just crushed it. A high arcing shot that cleared the left center field fence by 20 feet or so, and a grand slam by Jacobo would bust it out, and that put the Travs up 9-3. That also ended the night for Kopp. 9 runs and 3 1/3 as he suffers his 4th loss of the year and his 2nd loss against the Travs. Meanwhile, Scholl got through the 4th inning 1-2-3, and the Travs scored 3 more runs in the 5th inning, this time against Brett Zawacki. 1-out triple by Mike Trout, his 9th of the year. He scores on Perez's 3rd single, a hard shot back up the box. Lucho was hit by a pitch, pushing Perez to second, and both would score when Lopez singles to center and Jacobo singles to left. 3 runs in the 5th, made it 12-3 Travs. Cardinals got a run in the 5th on a home run by Eric Duncan, taking Luke Van Mill deep over the right field fence. And then Springfield scores 2 runs in the 6th inning on a home run by Castellanos and an RBI double by Nick Punto, made it 12-6. The Travs went down in order in the 6th and left a man on base in the 7th. Those were 2 of their 3 scoreless innings for the game. But they had their biggest inning of the game in the 8th, this time against Sam Freeman, who pitches great against everybody else, but the Travelers seem to have his number. He didn't get much help from his infield defense. After a walk put Matt Cusick aboard, Angel Castillo hit a double play ground ball to the third baseman, Zach Cox. But Cox booted the ball, and instead of even getting one out, he got nothing. And the Travs had runners at first and second. Alberto Rosario singled up the middle to score Cusick. And then a fielder's choice by Clay Fuller. He would leg it out at first base after a force at second to keep the inning alive. An RBI single with 2 outs by Darwin Perez, his 4th hit. That knocked Castillo home. And Jimenez followed by ripping a 2-2 pitch over the left field fence. A 3-run homer. His second long ball of the game gives him a 4 RBI night, and that would cap the scoring at 17-6. The Travelers win here at Hammons Field. Cardinals went the last 3 innings without a run, only 1 hit during that time. Travelers really got solid work from 4 relievers as they beat Springfield to win the North Division Championship. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll check the other scores around the Texas League, see what's going around the Angels farm system, and the Major League scoreboard as well, all after this on Sports Animal 920.
This is Dan Tullis, and I just called Joel Clark, one of Select Quote Insurance Services' term life agents. Hi, Mr. Tullis. Joel, how does Select Quote save you money on term life insurance?
Well, buying term life insurance is all about choosing the right company. Let's say you take antidepressants or you smoke. All insurance companies are going to price that differently. We'll impartially shop all the companies we represent to find you the best price.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. I just got a man, 40 years old, who takes blood pressure medication, a $500,000 policy with a highly rated insurance company. His price, $21 a month.
Call 1-800-928-6929 and see how affordable term life insurance can be. That's 1-800-928-6929. 1-800-928-6929. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
It's amazing how great your home looks with new Carpenter flooring, especially when you get an amazing value from a company you trust. That's why you should call Sears Flooring. With Sears Flooring, you'll save 20% right now. Just call 1-888-491-3939. And Sears Flooring will bring the showroom to you. Sears has a wide range of carpet, tile, hardwood, or laminate to match your style and budget. Your new flooring will be precisely installed, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. So call Sears Flooring for a free in-home consultation. You'll save 20%. Call 1-888-491-3939. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. Call Sears Flooring now and save 20%. Call 1-888-491-3939. 1-888-491-3939. Sears.
Time to check the other games around the world of baseball, as our out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Webster University in downtown Little Rock. They offer evening and weekend graduate degree programs for adults. For complete information, find them online at webster.edu/ARK. Well, Northwest Arkansas held their end of the bargain as the Naturals blow out Tulsa. 10-2 the final score at One Oak Field today, with Buddy Bauman earning his 3rd win. Alan Durant the loss. Home runs by Anthony Saratelli and Jamie Romack for the Naturals. Ben Polson and William Rosario go deep for the Tulsa Drillers. So the standings in the North Division are final now. The Travs at 36-31. Finish 1 game ahead of Northwest Arkansas. The Naturals go 35-32. Tulsa 33-37. They finish 4.5 games out. And Springfield finishes in last place at 32-38. 5.5 games off the pace. San Antonio won their 49th game, defeating Corpus Christi 10-6. At Whataburger Field, with Casey Kelly earning his 6th win. Home runs by Vince Belnomi and Blake Taconi. The Midland Rockhounds held off Frisco in the afternoon affair at Dr. Pepper Ballpark today. 10-9 the final score in favor of Midland. The Rockhounds had a 9-0 lead in the 6th. Frisco with 4 in the 6th inning. They tie with 5 in the 7th. But Midland gets the tie-breaking run in the 8th to win 10-9. Now around the Angels minor league system, AAA Salt Lake is in action tonight. They take on the Fresno Grizzlies and trail in the 5th inning by a score of 1-0. 2 other leagues have all-star games being played. In the Carolina-California League all-star game at Modesto, California League leads by a score of 4-0. They're in the bottom of the 4th at John Thurman Field. In the annual Midwest League all-star game, the West beat the East by a final score of 8-3. And now the Major League scores. These finals. First game of final between 2 National League clubs. Phillies score 9 runs in the 8th inning and walk off with the St. Louis Cardinals 10-2. Winning pitcher was Michael Stutz. He is 2-0. The loss went to Trevor Miller. It's his first loss of the year. Postponement between the Yankees and Reds will be made up at a later date. Milwaukee beats Tampa 5-1 with Zach Greinke winning his 7th game. Yuniesky Betancourt hit his 4th home run. Braves 5-1 winners over the Blue Jays with Brian McCann hitting his 12th homer and Mike Minor wins his first. Mets lose to the Athletics 7-3 at Citi Field. Josh Outman beats Dylan Gee. He's first loss. Outman's 3rd win. Jason Bay hit his 3rd home run. Angels fall to the Marlins 5-2. Marlins had an 11-game losing streak, snapping that one. Javier Vasquez the winner. Former Traveler Urban Santana drops to 3-8. Leo Nunez saved his 20th. Gabby Sanchez of the Marlins hit his 13th home run. Washington scores 5 in the bottom of the 9th, and they beat Seattle 6-5 at Nationals Park. Wilson Ramos hit a walk-off home run, taking David Pauly deep for the loss. Pauly's first loss of the year. Todd Coffey got the win with a scoreless 9th. He is 3-0. Pirates 9, Orioles 3 at PNC Park today. Chris Resop is the winner. He is 3-2. Jeremy Guthrie gave up 5 runs in the first 3 innings. He drops to 2-9. J.J. Hardy and Adam Jones of the Orioles are the game's only home runs. Games in progress in National League cities. Minnesota scored 8 runs in the first at San Francisco. They're in the 5th now, still 8-0 Twins. In Los Angeles, Dodgers lead the Tigers 2-1 in the 5th inning. And the games in the American League ballparks, these finals. Kansas City falls to Arizona 7-2. Former Traveler Joe Saunders wins his 4th, defeating Luke Hochshaver. Home runs by Willie Mo Pena for Arizona and Chris Young. Alex Gordon, former Texas League Player of the Year, hit his 9th. Texas wins in 11, 5-4 over the Houston Astros. And the Rangers hit 4 home runs in that ball game. Michael Young, Nelson Cruz, Josh Hamilton, and Mitch Moreland. Winning pitcher was Yoshinori Tateyama, and the loss goes to Enario del Rosario. Over at Boston, the Red Sox were stopped by San Diego 5-4. Chad Qualls defeats Dan Wheeler for the win. Qualls 4-3. Wheeler his first loss. Heath Bell notched his 19th save. Colorado beats the Indians 4-3 on a home run at the top of the 9th by former driller Seth Smith. That was his 2nd of 2 homers of the game. Took Chris Perez deep. Perez, a former Springfield Cardinal, took his 3rd loss. Matt Belisle, the winner, and Houston Street saved his 22nd game. There's a game in progress after a lengthy rain delay in Chicago. The Cubs and the White Sox are still in the 6th inning with a tie score at 2-2. Paul Konerko's at his 21st home run. It's the 5th consecutive game he's homered. That is a White Sox franchise record. And that is what is going on around baseball. Our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Webster University, downtown Little Rock. They offer evening and weekend graduate degree programs for adults. For complete information, check it out online at webster.edu/ARK. Travelers win the North Division 17-6, the final over the Cardinals tonight. We'll come back to wrap it up right after this.
If you have a job instead of a career, will you be satisfied tomorrow? But if you develop knowledge and skills, who knows how far you can go? If you're interested in electronics technology, drafting and design, or information technology, call ITT Technical Institute. Classes meet just a few times a week, and financial aid is available to those who qualify. Call ITT Tech now for more information. 800-741-5123. 800-741-5123. Homeowners, the mortgage market is starting to move, but the good news is rates are still incredibly low. Don't miss this opportunity to refinance your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans at 888-249-1425. Quicken Loans is America's home loan experts, closing 1 million home loans over 25 years. And recently, J.D. Power & Associates ranked Quicken Loans highest in customer satisfaction in primary mortgage origination. Find out how quick and easy it is to refinance with Quicken Loans. Call right now for a free rate quote and see how much Quicken Loans can lower your monthly payment. Call 888-249-1425. That's 888-249-1425. For J.D. Power and Associates Award information, visit jdpower.com. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. Nationwide mortgage licensing system number 3030. That's Quicken Loans. 888-249-1425. 888-249-1425.
Are you ready to do something about your high credit card debt? Tired of paying double-digit interest rates, late fees, over-limit fees? It's time to stop the madness. Get out of debt the safe and affordable way with Credit Card Relief. With Credit Card Relief, there are no upfront fees, no monthly maintenance fees, and no settlement fees. You don't pay anything until a debt is settled, all with a 90-day money-back guarantee. That's Credit Card Relief, managed by local attorneys in-state, with workout plans tailored to your debt situation. Get out of debt in months instead of years, all while saving thousands in future bank fees. Call the original Credit Card Relief, where the consultation is free and the results are real.
Call 866-290-8282. Not available in all states. That's Credit Card Relief. 866-290-8282. 866-290-8282.
You can listen to Dan Patrick at 8 and the Arkansas Travelers right now on Sports Animal 920.
Well, right now there is a celebration going on in the Traveler Clubhouse as the Travs are the North Division champions, winning a championship for the fourth time under the banner of the Los Angeles Angels. And so they have their tickets stamped to the playoffs. The playoffs will begin at Dickey-Stevens Park on a Wednesday night, September the 7th. And the Travs will take on the champions in the second half of the North Division. Or should the Travs win the second half, then they would play the team with the second best record in the North Division for the entire season. Anyway, the Travelers win it 17-6. And now on to the start of the second half tomorrow, and they send Arangel Arenas to the hill. He is 6-3, 357 earned run average. Kevin Thomas pitching for the Cardinals. Thomas is 1-5 with an ERA just a touch under 6. 7 minutes after 7 is when the first pitch gets thrown, and we'll get on the air at 6:45 here on the Sports Animal 920 with your AR Health Network's pregame show. Well, our players of the game is the whole team. You're going to score 17 runs, 18 hits, and you win a must-win game for clinching a division championship. Every single player on that roster, all 24 active, heck, even the 3 guys on the disabled list will be named player of the game too. And these are the official totals. The Travs 17 runs, 18 hits, no errors. They left 8. 2 homers by Luis Jimenez, 5 RBIs for Gabe Jacobo, including a grand slam. That was Jacobo's 5th home run of the year. Jimenez hit his 9th. Matt Cusick hit his 2nd. Meanwhile, the Cardinals 6 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. Home runs by Eric Duncan and Alex Castellanos. They left 6. David Carpenter gets the win. He is 1-0. David copped the loss. He is 2-4. 3 hours, 5 minutes for this ball game in front of a crowd of 4,365 as the Travelers win the Texas League North Division thanks to a final score of the Travelers 17 and the Cardinals 6. And now for Lance Larkin back at the studios. And everybody with the Arkansas Travelers, we thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that first half. Now we got another 70 games to go. And I'm Phil Elson. We will see you tomorrow here at Hammons Field. Again, the final, Travs 17, Cardinals 6. Travs the champs of the Texas League North. Folks, don't forget, even with a division championship, it's only a game. And we'll talk baseball again tomorrow night.
You've been listening to Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Sports Animal 920. Arkansas Traveler Baseball is brought to you by the AT&T Real Yellow Pages, YP.com, Miller Lite, AR Health Networks, Superior Hyundai of Conway, Coca-Cola, and Webster University. This broadcast is copywritten by the Arkansas Travelers and the Office of Minor League Baseball. It is intended only for the listening enjoyment of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission without the express written consent of the Arkansas Travelers and Minor League Baseball is strictly prohibited.